Dang it, I hit the wrong thing. So the intro will be a little bit funky. Hello, people. You're probably here already. Here's the intro. That's fine. I'm sure nobody was watching that early anyway. Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Welcome to another Friday night here at Whiskey Wars. And we have the fantastic Whiskey RN with us, Cierra. Welcome,
Hello.
Cierra. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we're going to be going through some samples with Cierra tonight. That'll be fun. Hey, we got Whiskey Eyes in the chat. Hey, Trish. How are you? Good to see you. And I'm sorry I jumped straight to Trish, but I haven't seen you in a while. So good to see you, Trish. And also welcome Sugar Kitty and Brian Slapshot. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. And cheers, everybody. Also tonight, folks, it is Patreon giveaway night. So I'll wait till get a few more folks in here, then I'll announce what that is tonight. But first off, how are you, Sarah? How we doing? How we feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better right now. I've had some time off work, but that's great. Just chilling. Lots of time to be home.
Yes, good. That's good. Sometimes we need that. I'm gonna start the stream with water, and I got some bubbly, whatever the thing is, with grape juice. Yeah, so we're gonna start that way. That way I can be a good host, hopefully.
Water.
There you go. Peter White says cheers. Cheers, Peter. Good to see you. So what samples of the ones I sent do you want to go through tonight, Sierra? Which ones are you most interested in?
I'm interested in the E.H. Taylor and the single barrel, the small batch and the single barrel, because I haven't had those. I think I've had small batch before, but I haven't had a single barrel.
Okay.
And the Obtanium Burr Rye I'm interested in. Okay. So we can go through all of them if, I'm not opposed to that.
Okay. Well, that's fine too. We can do that. Yeah. So wherever you want to start, and I will kind of drink along with you with wherever we're starting. So you tell me what we're pouring first, and we'll do that. While Sierra is deciding, cheers to Top Shelf Dustin. Trying day. So glad to see you wonderful people. You too, Dustin. Cheers to you, buddy. And we got Five Fingers here as well. Cool. So what are we drinking, Sierra?
I think we're going to go with the E.H. Taylor small batch to begin with.
Okay.
And then the single barrel right after that. Just do a little comparison between those two.
Sounds good. And that is part of our giveaway tonight. I'm doing a bottle and bond flight for Patreon tonight. So this will be one of them, the E.H. Taylor small batch. Also a new pickup today, the Heaven Hill bottle and bond. And then the new Bardstown bottle and bond. And then the Chattanooga bottle and bond, which I think is fantastic, and you guys will get to try it. So yeah, that's the Patreon giveaway tonight. You can announce each one of those. Let's go ahead and start with Sierra's pick here.
So how do the Patreon members get a part of that?
So
giveaway.
Your entries are based on your tier level. So if you're bottom tier, you get 1 entry. Next tier gets 2 entries, and then top tier gets 4 entries. And then if they want extra entries, they can, as the ticker there at the bottom says, you can buy extra entries. $5 is an entry kind of deal. Kind of same thing as the tier system on the Patreon. Yeah. So however you folks want to do it. Yeah. And so also, actually, because I do 6 1-ouncers. So also, thanks to Woods. So Woods, if you win, I'll clearly give you something else in place of this. We're also going to do 1 ounce of the old school Rebel Yell, and then my new it just says Rebel on it, but same stuff, the 10-year. So that way you can compare the old stuff and the new stuff as well with the all the bottle and bonds we're doing. So that's the that's the 6 samples tonight. Yeah, so Patreons, there you go. That's what we're doing. Well, let's get into this E.H. Taylor, and I kind of poured heavier than I was really wanting to, but that's okay. I will say, I don't know how you feel about it, Sierra, but this is one of my more favorite noses of 100 proof whiskey. It's very perfumey, I guess you would say. Of course, this one.
I do like it is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It does smell sweet. And this is batch number 07.1974, if that matters to anybody else. But
oh yes, I did write that on there, didn't I?
Yes.
I assume I'm sipping the same one. I can't remember. I took a bottle to a buddy's house and we killed it. You said it was 07.1974?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the same bottle. Yeah, this is my favorite E.H. Taylor. So I'll be sad when it goes. But nonetheless, good stuff. And cheers to Mark Emmenecker there. And Woods, cheers, buddy. And we got Mr. Great Shot. Cheers, all you great people. So Woods saying that Rebel Yell is from 2020. Okay, cool. Yeah, mine is 2022, so 2-year difference. You want to go ahead and go in for first sip here, Sierra?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. It's nice.
I mean, that's nice. That's pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of middle of the road bourbon, but it's they do a good job of it.
I will say I don't have one on my shelf, but I'm not going to scamper around trying to find one really hard.
Yes.
It'd be nice if I could have one, but, I'm not going to make trades.
I agree with that assessment, Sarah. Yeah, that's fair.
Unless someone wants like a Buffalo Trace pick for a each, then that would make sense.
Yeah, so I actually got a Bottle and Bond Battle Whiskey War coming up. I'm not going to be releasing, and this is in it. And I'm not going to spoil who wins, but there's some pretty good competition. One of which is this guy right here. Yeah, so I think there's some findable bottles that are just as good, if not better. So yeah, as you said, no reason to kill yourself trying to find a bottle. That Bardstown is weeder might stand out. Indeed, yes. Well, whoever's the Patreon that wins it can tell me. Hopefully, we can whatever Patreon that you. Hopefully, we can have them on and we can do this flight together once you guys get your stuff. But so anything else you want to say about the E.H. Taylor thoughts? Now having it, of course, you said you may have had this before, right?
Yeah, the small batch I think I've had before, and tasting it, yeah, I think I've had a sample of it before.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I don't have any complaints. I think it's priced right at the $40-$45 mark. It's when you see it around 100, that's when it gets kind of silly.
Yeah.
What are your prices locally? Like, what prices do you see locally if you do see it?
It's usually in, I see it either they'll put it on the shelf and it's gone immediately about the $45-$50 range, or it'll be about $40-$45 for in raffles.
Gotcha.
So it's on the table. So if you're there towards the end of the raffle, at least you walk away with something, better.
Yeah, it's better than getting nothing for sure. Yeah, it's a good bottle.
It's better than, a Weller Special Reserve or something.
Yes, indeed. It's certainly better than that. Well, welcome, Christina303. I'm guessing that's a friend of Sierra's. Because I've got my
water.
And Tim Robertson, T-Rob there saying cheers to us. Cheers right back to you there.
Cheers.
Tim, good to see you as always. Gordon Murphy, good to see you as well, man. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I think that if this was 45 and on the shelf available all the time, I don't know that I would own more of them than I do now. I own 2, and I think that's enough. Yeah.
This is something that if I brought somewhere, if people have it neat, that's one thing. If they take it as shots, that's fine. Mix it, it's something that'd be like, sure, do whatever you want to do with it,
Yeah. Yeah, on that, Dustin, I'd say it really depends for me on the Eagle Rare. Like I've had 5 different Eagle Rares now, and for me, it certainly depends on the bottle. Like if it's more like the cherry forward note, then I enjoy those. But if it's that weird grapey note that they get sometimes, don't like it. It's kind of reminds me of like the weird grape note in Jack Daniels. So I don't care for that. So I'm kind of hit or miss on Eagle Rare, so I don't really buy them. Yeah. Thoughts, Sierra, on the Eagle Rare?
I haven't gotten a grapey Eagle Rare yet, so
Okay.
I've only gotten the cherry forward. I guess once I have one that's grapey, then I can have an opinion on how I feel about those, but I just haven't. Either I haven't had it or I haven't gotten that note off of it.
Yeah.
I've only had 2 bottles. So one of which was a store pick, not a store pick, but a bourbon group pick here locally. And someone say whiskey. And the other one was a shelfer. So.
Yeah. I will say, though, that I think that, and this really matters for me, I think that E.H. Taylor has a better mouthfeel for me than I think the 10 proof points really help it be a little more viscous, I guess, mouth coating. Like Eagle Rare always feels thin to me. Even though I do like the notes. We got a puppy in here.
You do.
But, I know I'm in the minority. I would say most people would probably take Eagle Rare over E.H. Taylor. So, yeah, good one to start the night with, though, this E.H. Taylor. Kind of just middle of the road. No, like, weird notes. Let's see here. What else we got? E.H. Taylor shows up in Ontario for $89, like the same price for 7 years. The taters grab it up and pass it. Oh, yeah, well, Facebook, yeah, sure. Like, yeah. That's the price. So, I mean, is it really going for those kind of crazy prices? I mean, surely obviously you're exaggerating, but still, even 89 Canadian, that's seems high even still. If I had to gamble, I'd spend on more on Eagle Rare 10, all else equal. Yeah, but I get hit or miss on both these. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Hey, Baller, what's up, buddy? Cheers. I've only got that grapey flavor on E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. Okay. Every Eagle Rare 10 is... Okay, so Peter White gets the grape note. Yeah. See, they do vary because they're like almost a single barrel. They're single barrel-ish. Oh, we got Puppy on screen.
He was going crazy, and I wanted him to stop barking. So
yeah. That's a dachshund, yeah?
Yes, it's a little dachshund.
Yeah. We used to have a miniature dachshund. Yeah. I miss her. She was a good dog. Agree on mouthfeel on Taylor versus Eagle Rare, and I'm huge on mouthfeel guy, so that's how much I fair enough. I like the East. Yeah, it's good. It's a very good. I think it's a great first pour. Very, very easy to drink. I'm not going to like burn your palate out for sure. Anyway, let me go ahead and finish this off. Get back to my bubbly and grape juice here. Which, by the way, folks,
get a grape note on it.
Yeah, folks, if you combine pomegranate bubbly with Welch's grape juice. It's pretty great, I got to say. This is like my low-calorie thing I drink when I'm not drinking water or whiskey.
When I'm not drinking water or whiskey, it's coffee for me.
I would, but my heart would explode, so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, it makes me very anxious and makes me feel like the world is collapsing around me, so I don't drink coffee. Yeah, I hate that feeling a lot. I would say I'd rather buy a bottle of Benchmark Bonded and Foolproof for the price. I can't disagree with that. I would definitely take the Foolproof over E.H. Taylor small batch, and those are available everywhere.
Yeah, I've got that Benchmark Foolproof right here.
It's pretty great for the price. Like $25. I think it's a killer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's young for sure. You get lots of the young notes, but it's still, that's a great pour for the price. Sure, keep saying there are some grape ERs, and then there are some cherry ERs. They have two kind of different tracks they seem to follow. Yeah. I've never really gotten anything else. It's like either one is dominant or the other is. And I've gotten more of the grape ones than the cherry, but and one grape was not as bad as the other. Like it really, they do vary quite a bit. Oh, Great Shot saying E.H. Taylor is anywhere from 60 to 100 here if you ever see it. Hard pass on that. Benchmark Bonded is great for, yeah, for sure. And there's John Kranz. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. So yeah, I guess we've covered the E.H. Taylor thing. Are you ready to move on to another one, or are you still got a little?
Let's go ahead and go to the single barrel. I'm saving some of the small batch to do a little comparison between the single barrel.
Yeah, and of course, this is a single barrel, so you have to, put the asterisk by it or whatever. But for me, this is, if it's better, it's like minutely better.
Gotcha.
I will let you decide. I shouldn't taint your opinion before you have it. I mean, you can definitely tell it's the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Like it's good, but the problem here is that, so I think even SRP on the single barrel is 70 compared to 40 SRP on small batch. But then the actual price, that if you're not the person that gets there when the truck is there, which I'm usually not because I work. So the actual price that you see, if it's sitting on the shelf, is usually more like 200-ish, 150, 200. Yeah. And no. Like I actually got lucky, and a buddy that actually my neighbor, he got this bottle for me because he at that time he was driving all around Kentucky. That's what he did for work. He was doing deliveries, and he went into a store that he was doing a delivery for, and they had this sitting on the shelf for retail. So that's how I got it. But otherwise, I wouldn't own one. It's good though. Like I think it has a little more character than the small batch, but
yeah, it's not as smoothed out as the small batch.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, a little more going on. Not, what percentage more would you say is going on in this glass here?
I wouldn't say it's twice the price. I don't think it would go. To me, I wouldn't go from the 45 to the 70, in the taste difference.
Yeah. If it were like $10 more, then I might be like, okay, yeah, I'll roll the dice on a single barrel and see if it's awesome.
Yeah.
But, maybe I got a bad one. I don't know.
I don't think it's bad. It's just not exceptional,
Yeah, it's I guess my thing is I don't think it's a $70 bourbon.
There we go.
Yeah, because I have a lot of those around me, and this isn't one of them to me. Like it's like it'd be a solid like $50 bourbon. But yeah, 70. I just don't think it competes well in that price range. Right. So just kind of you can get Knob Creek 12 for that same price, and I would.
Yeah.
They're both 100 proof. I'd definitely take a Knob Creek 12. I can get those all the time. I don't have to search for those at all. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. I'm trying to look around me here. Like the Maker's Mark, the private selects, those are all around 70. And some of those are killer. Yeah, it's cool. It's not bad. Jacob says, cheers, I'll try to get my computer set up so it's easier to chat. Awesome, man. Yeah, man, it's been too long since I've had you on. Cheers, dude, Jacob. Thanks, your kitty. If I could find it for $35, I would definitely have some on the shelf all the time. Yeah, that's definitely not what happens around these Kentucky parts. Cheech seems to be a show around constantly, and it's like 30. Yeah, I don't. So Cheech, I feel like I do a lot of hunting. Cheech does a lot of hunting. I've talked to Cheech backstage about his hunting practices, and Cheech hunts a lot. And he spends hours driving around different states, including Florida. So yeah, Cheech hunts a lot. I wish I had that kind of time, but good for Cheech. I'm glad Cheech is getting all the small batches. Yeah, it's cool. Hey, there's Bad Axe Bobby. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Oh, yeah, Bobby. So I saw that you were gonna go live earlier, and then you moved it. So I guess something came up. But yeah, have a great time with Alicia. Good to see you guys. Cheers. Hope you guys have a great night doing whatever you're doing. Cheech is a hunter. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Cheech does some serious hunting.
All caps, hunter.
Yes. Yeah, he is like when people talk about whiskey hunting, Cheech is like he's doing it for real. Generally when I go hunting, I might cover a county or two. Cheech is covering states. So yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, I wouldn't even count what I do hunting. I just browse.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gone back to this, and I'm coming right off the small batch. I kind of forgot how disappointing this is. Oh well. You know what? I will throw an ounce of that in for Patreons as well. So now, Patreons, for those of you that missed it earlier, Patreons, this is the giveaway tonight. We'll do 1 ounce of the Chattanooga. If the camera will focus, man, it's so blown out there. The Chattanooga Bottle and Bond. We're going to do a Bottle and Bond flight here. The Bardstown Bottle and Bond, 1 ounce. This one, which I just got tonight, haven't had this guy around in a while. These are finally dropping in price. The Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. Of course, the E.H. Taylor Small Batch, which we just finished a little while ago. And then also, so you too can compare the single barrel there, which is also Bottle and Bond. Yeah, so you can compare those two and decide for yourself what you think, if it's worth the $70. And then also, thanks to Woods, you're going to get 7 1 ounce samples. Also, the old Rebel Yell 10-year, and then the new one, which is, I can't really reach from here, but it's over there. Yeah, so that's the giveaway tonight for you Patreons. Yeah, I got to say, I wish I had sent you this so we could share this together, because this is great. Which I could still do that.
I another one, a different day.
Yeah, I have your address now, the full address. So, Now we won't have issues.
Not the tipsy half address that I said the first time.
It happens. It happens. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, for $70, meh. This guy is now $45.99 around here. This was 60-ish pretty much all day long in these parts, 60 to 70, and I'd passed on it for like 2 years because, yeah, just that's too high to me. Yeah, thank you. Yes, exactly. So, yes, the Patrons, if you want extra entries, as the ticker down below there says, like if you're really interested in the giveaway tonight, you can buy extra entries. So there you go. The links are down in the description box, or if one of you great mods could drop them in chat, that'd be cool too. I need those samples. All right, man. Sounds good. Be very quiet. It's bourbon season. Yeah. If you want to talk about Cheech, good, bad, or neutral, whatever, extreme, is what am I reading that wrong? Good, bad, or neutral, whatever extreme is, that's Cheech. Okay, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Whatever extreme is, that's Cheech.
That's how you read it. Thank you, Sierra. I'll just let you read chat from. I'm not doing well tonight. There you go. And there is, yeah. Actually, that's even better. Thank you, Woods. Yeah, so if you want to sign up for Patreon so you can actually be a part of this, that's the link you need right there. Thank you, Woods. And also, actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm sorry I'm getting sidetracked here, Sierra.
That's fine.
But, so, Patreons, we have 22 Patreons right now. But...
Still? Because I just became one about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, well, okay then. Well, thank you, Sierra, first of all. Yes, you did. How about that? We have a new Patreon, and her name is Sierra. Wait, why does it still show 22? Come on, thing. You need to update. Did we lose one? I don't think we lost one. Let me go back here. Come on. Why does it still show 22? Odd. It shows you joining, but it's still... I don't understand. We're going to call it 23 anyway, even though the page is just not showing the things that we need it to show. But yeah, so new Patreon, Sierra. Thank you, Sierra, for that. You're awesome. Appreciate you. So if we get 2 more tonight, could happen tonight, then this bottle's going home with one of you Patreons. This is FA-02, one of my favorite weeders from 2021. So yeah, we get 2 more tonight or whenever, it doesn't matter. Once we get to 25 Patrons, this bottle is going home with one of you Patreons. And of course, we'll spin the wheel for that, and when you guys will get it. So yeah, we're getting there. We're close. And thank you again, Sierra. Appreciate that. And thank you all you Patreons. You guys are great. Of course, most people in chat are Patreons. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out here on another Friday night. Yeah, so there's the link for anyone that wants to become a Patreon. And for you Patreons, all you Patreons out there, if you're really interested in the samples, then there is the Cash App link or there is the PayPal link, whatever thing you want to do. And $5 is an extra entry. And also remember, Patreons, it's not too late. You're not cut off yet. But if you have not commented on the Mash and Metal poll that is up, it's not too late. We haven't spun the wheel yet. If you comment, that's an extra entry. We're trying to get your input on upcoming Mash and Metal lives. So I can see Sierra looking down at her phone. She's like, "Oh, I can still do that.
I can still do that. I can go ahead and
you certainly can
comment right now."
So, and there is this great lady that's on screen with me. There is her channel, Whiskey RN. So please go give her a sub if you're not already. Dying and Wasteland. That's all right, man. Looks tasty. Yeah. Yeah. So 7 1-ounce samples tonight going out to somebody. I'm gonna kill this, and then Sierra, if you want to choose our next pour, or if you're not done yet, that's fine too. I don't want to rush you.
I lined the others up in proof point.
Okay.
Just so I don't, blow out my palate with the obtainium before trying
Yes, and that will
The
certainly
cows.
do it because it's a boo rye, so it's got a little bit going on.
But I've got some water here.
The
And
towels you
then
said, is that what you? Okay, yeah, that's courtesy of Jacob right there. This guy right here. Damn, I can't remember if I commented. Yeah, and the main reason, guys, I'm pushing the comments is because I'm curious what music you guys want to see on Mash Metal. So, and by the way, it doesn't have to be metal, although that is the way I lean. I'm curious what you guys are into as well. So yeah, whatever you guys are into, I like to hear about it. Let me grab my Towels Lightning. And I got this topper from a buddy of ours down in Florida. So now my Towels has an elk on top. How about that? Yeah. It's not as cool as Todd's 290 because his pours whiskey out of the mouth. Mine doesn't do that, but it's still pretty sweet. And thank you again, Jacob, for this bottle. I want to go ahead and get a little bit of that in there. Yeah, so Jacob, he can probably give us the breakdown of how he went about getting this bottle and what's going on. The distillery is closed now, right, Jacob? I believe that's accurate. I told Cierra that earlier, so hopefully that's true. I wasn't just making that up. There we go. Now we're centered. Yeah, man. Got my elk topper. Yeah, so this is, what's the proof on this? Yeah, 90. Okay. But, I mean, as 90 proof MGP stuff goes, I think this is pretty decent stuff. I was happy to get it, and thank you again, Jacob, for the bottle. Appreciate you, man. Certainly a different profile than the Buffalo Trace stuff we're just coming off of. More, would you say floral? Is that accurate?
I would definitely say it's more muted than the Buffalo Trace we just came off of.
Yeah. Well, you kind of roll this guy around here. Yeah, a little minty and floralness going on. That's what I'm picking up in. So Jacob's saying the distillery is in the process of closing. Okay, so they're not closed yet. I don't think they have any more MGP barrels, and they are not distilling their own whiskey either. Okay, so so they're just like hanging out then. It's like, oh, we got this building. We're just gonna stay here, and hopefully people will give us money still. Oh, awesome! Yeah. So update on that, Mark. Ben has got me a ton of Falcone stuff up in New York. Who would have thought? Freaking sweet, John Krantz. Appreciate you, man. That's awesome. All right, guys, we are one away from giving this bottle away. I need my Patreon to freaking update. You guys are awesome. Look at that. Oh, well, and wait a second here. Getting all kinds of notifications here. So I'm guessing that I guess it takes a while for Patreon to update because it still shows 22, even though I can see 3 new Patreons. So we did it. Thank you, guys. We're there. We're doing it tonight. We're giving this bottle away. That's what's happening. So you guys are awesome. Thank you. Cierra, one thing might want to mention to your friend to be in the bottle giveaway. I should have said this to be clearer. You have to be a $5 tier higher. So.
Okay.
So because I'm trying to do away with the bottom tier. I should have said that outright. I apologize. That's my fault. I since I didn't, she's in because I slacked and didn't say that. So We'll throw her in there anyway. Why not? That's my fault. I should have said something.
I didn't even realize that she did that, but that's cool.
She did. And thank you. And the reason why is really simple. By the time
that's my madre.
Oh, okay. I thought so. I didn't want to assume. By the time like Patreon takes their cut, there's almost nothing left. It's like after Patreon and taxes, it's like I get 30 cents from that tier. So it's like, okay, that's So, but thank you for the support anyway. I appreciate it, and I should have said something, so that's my fault. It's getting harder and harder to find those bottles. I have gotten a 10-year rye from them. That's awesome, man. And all right, so thank you, Patreons. So now we're doing two things tonight. We're giving the Patreon sample giveaway, and we are doing the bottle giveaway finally. I've been looking forward to sending this thing out to one of you guys, so that's awesome. Okay, we'll talk offline, Mark. Ben basically got all of the balcones in New York of all places. Heck yes, I love me some balcones. Yeah, so now I have two single malts coming, two different picks, which I already had one. I love that one. And then I have a cast strength rye, a lineage, and what's the other thing you got me? Don't remember. Something else.
I got a lineage for Christmas, and that's really good.
It is. That's what I've heard. I've heard nothing but good things.
I don't like all the balcones things, but the lineage was really good.
So in order, I only have the 3 right now. Well, 4. I have the standard pot still, which is budgety. It's like $25, and it's fine for that price. I don't hate it. I think it's good for the price point. Do you like that one at all? The $25 pot still?
I'm not a huge pot still fan, so I can't really have I'm already biased on not really liking pot still. So I'd say no, but keep in mind my bias.
Okay, that's fair. And then after that, I would say my next. Now I do like that bottle. I mean, as $25 bottles go, I like it. But then my next least favorite, if that's what it feels like that's the bad wording, but would be the high rye bourbon. It gets I love the dark notes, but it gets a little bitter on the back end. It's like really strong black coffee, but it's not like quality black coffee. It's like black coffee that's maybe sat on the burner a little too long. It starts getting that bitter kind of tannic thing going on.
Cowboy coffee.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. I mean, I've had cowboy coffee that was pretty decent, but this is maybe some slightly stale coffee on the finish. Yeah, and it's awesome. Oh, awesome. Look at that. Jacob, you are awesome, man. So now we got all kinds of stuff for Patreons. So including what I'm already giving away, which is, again, so we got this 1 ounce sample of the Chattanooga Bottle and Bond, 1 ounce sample of the new Bardstown Bottle and Bond, 1 ounce sample of the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, and of course the 2H Taylors, the small batch, and the single barrel, and the old Rebel Yell 10-year, and then the new just Rebel 10-year. And also all the stuff that Jacob is giving here, which is a 2 ounce samples of small batch. So a different small batch than I have, I'm sure. Weller Full Proof, Blanton's Single Barrel Select, and an Eagle Rare Pick. There you go. So what is that? 11 samples tonight, guys. That's freaking awesome. Thank you, Jacob. You're awesome, man. Appreciate you. Although, so if you win, you'll get the 7, then somebody else will get the 4 is how we'll have to do it. So AZ saying, I think I will have a pour of Bullet Barrel Strength. There you go, man. And thank you again, Jacob. That's awesome, man. Damn, can't spell something. That's all right. Let's see here. Oh, okay, yeah. Right, some woodworking stuff for sure. I haven't asked this. I can't believe we're nearly an hour into the stream here, and 45 minutes anyway. And I haven't asked, what's everybody drinking tonight? AZ said he's going to do a little bit of the bullet barrel strength. What's everybody else sipping on though? And thank you, the mother of this great lady we have on screen here. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry for the confusion there. I should have said something. But I appreciate you very much for doing that. Thank you. What am I drinking? Right, Taos Lightning.
The Taos.
I've been talking for 10 minutes straight and haven't actually taken a sip yet. So what do you think of it? Because I know I saw you take a sip.
Yeah, I do like it. Even though it had more of a muted nose, it still holds up on the palate. This is a good sipper. I have no idea. Obviously the distillery is slowly petering out of existence, but I've never seen it on the shelf or anything. But it's nice. I'd certainly have one on my shelf if, it was available.
Yeah. What were these, Jacob? I think you said they were around $40, right? Something like that. Is that right? Jacob knows. I feel like that's what he told me when he handed it to me. I think they were like a $40 bottle. And it's a cool looking bottle. It's got like some pretty interesting art there. If we can get the camera. Yeah.
I like that.
Kind of cool. It does not come with the elk topper, but
dang. That was the selling point right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'd buy them just for that if they did.
Where'd you get the elk topper at?
So, this is actually a wine stopper. But the buddy of mine, he knew I was big into outdoors and all that kind of stuff. And so it was like this and a charcuterie board and like a cheese knife, which I have no use for the other two things, but my wife was excited about that. But I got this, so I was still happy. Yeah, got me a cool elk topper. I need to get one like Todd has, though. I really want the old elk topper. Those things are sweet. You've seen those? It's the old elk head, and like it pours out of the mouth.
Mm-hmm. The little aerator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are pretty sweet. I need one. I need one of those in my life. Puppies want more attention. Uh-oh. Do we lose Sierra? Or is it me? Okay, no, okay. For a second there, I thought we got disconnected again. I thought someone, used the microwave. So Jacob said, I think it's 30 to 40. Can't remember. Sorry. No problem. Yeah, I thought it was around that. It's all fun and games until somebody gets a splinter in a weird place. What? I don't know. What are we talking about? Why would we be getting splinters?
John Kranz earlier was talking about.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Gotcha. Yes. Let's see here. So somebody. Oh, that's right. Because you're still recovering. I'm sorry, John, to put you on the spot there when you can't drink. Yeah. Quick recovery here. How much longer do you got, John? I feel like it's soon, and then you will be able to join us back. Part of the living. Porch Meal ready to start off the night. There you go. Sounds good. And let's see here. Greg, what's up, buddy? Another one of our new Patreons. Cheers, Greg. And again, Patreons, so we're probably going to do both of the giveaways around, say, 10:30, 10:45, something like that. So if you have not commented on Patreon on the Mash Metal upcoming live poll, please do that if you want. It's an extra entry. All you got to do is vote and comment, and it's an extra entry. It doesn't cost you anything.
I don't see anything on the little poll option like they're just like blank bubbles.
Interesting.
Like the what bands or albums do we want to see next? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like choose all that apply, and they're all blank.
Well,
to me, at least.
What the heck? Why is that happening? Is that happening for anybody else? Maybe, like, I'm wondering if that's why no one is voting. Well, I can't say. I mean, there's 37 votes on it. Granted, a lot of those are duplicates. But I mean, I can see who voted, and about half of our Patreons have voted. I'm wondering if anybody else is having that issue where it's just blank. Interesting. I hope not. Although I hope at the same time, Sierra, it's not just an issue. You're right. So are you into metal at all? Is that your kind of thing, or not really? Or
I'm more into like rock than metal.
okay.
I don't know if you'd put Five Finger Death Punch in the hard rock or in the metal section.
Well, I'd say it depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
I would put them in the metal category, but Shredward thinks they're crap. And so I think he would probably put them in the rock category. I like Five Finger Death Punch, and I will stand by them. But Shredward thinks they're, I don't know, whatever. Shred, if you're seeing this, there you go. I figured that'd get his attention. Five Finger Butt Lunch. Okay, so Jacob backing us up here. Five Finger Death Punch is in the metal genre. Yes, okay. Five Finger Butt Lunch. I knew that's all it would take. Wherever he was, he would find us. And not my pick. That's Liquid Metal's choice. What? Oh, okay, right. It's like you knew. It's like you knew it was coming. No, so I'm not going to go on a rant right now, but I am not big on Slayer. I think Slayer is incredibly overrated. I give Shred a hard time about Slayer, and he gives me a hard time about Five Finger Death Punch, and it's all good. But so what bands do you enjoy listening to, Sierra?
I like Five Finger Death Punch. I like Shinedown.
Okay.
I like 3 Days Grace. More just rock.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing wrong with
I like
that.
some of the more emo-y type bands, like Black Dub Rides and things.
Yeah. All right. So there was a time where I was pretty big into Motionless in White, and I had my Avenged Sevenfold period there, which I'm sure Shred will give me crap about probably right now. And then I still like Bullet for My Valentine. I like them quite a bit. Of course, I guess all those guys are kind of firmly in metal. I don't know. I guess again, it depends on who you ask. But I mean, I'm still like a big AC/DC fan and Aerosmith, and I mean, I have a whole classic rock playlist as well. So yeah, I mean, I listen to all kinds of stuff. I have a country playlist, not bro country. I can't do that. Can't do the bro country.
What's bro country?
It's basically pop music that just has a twang to it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's basically all the stuff on the radio today. If it's on a country station, it's usually bro country. Like they usually don't play like the kind of country I listen to. So
you're like George Strait.
I mean, not like that old. So I mean, I listen to new artists. They're just rarely on the radio. So Tyler Childers, Chris Stapleton, he's on the radio. I generally don't like the stuff that's on the radio by him. I like his kind of more deeper cuts because he does a lot of bluesy country stuff, like on his albums, but that's usually not what they play on the radio.
So how do you feel about Jelly Roll? He's a new country kind of.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, he can really sing. He writes his own music, so I respect anybody that does that. I don't have a lot of respect for the pop culture machine that just pumps out garbage music. My opinion. I mean, if you can write your own music and then you actually can sing it live, then yeah, I respect you as an artist, and I think you're a real musician. Then, if you can't do that, then I don't really have any interest in you.
I've seen him live twice, and the first time I had no idea who he was, and then the second time was much more enjoyable because I actually knew what he was singing and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this sounds great! I need to get this guy in my life.
Yeah, no, he's great. Yeah, what is it? Sinner or Son of a Sinner? Yeah, that's a great song. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of newer country artists that are pretty great. Jimmy Johnson, he's fairly new. I listen to a lot of his stuff. Dang it. Well, that's a problem. I was reaching for my phone and knocked over my whiskey glass. Now there's whiskey on my phone. I'm not even inebriated. I only have a good excuse for even doing that. That also went on my playlist for tomorrow, guys, so I'm going to have to redo that. My Slayer Sepultura playlist. And I wanted to drink that. Oh, well. We'll deal with that later. Those papers are going to be stuck together here in a little bit. But you watch Yellowstone?
I do not. I actually don't watch a whole lot of TV shows, actually.
Okay. I mean, I don't much either, but if they're like kind of Western-y, then they might get my interest. I'll watch them some and see. Yeah, Chris Knight. Chris Knight's pretty good. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of what I'm into. Like, there's a lot of guys that are probably, that's probably how you would qualify it.
I call Johnny Cash some outlaw country.
Yeah, I'm a big Johnny Cash fan. Man in Black is like one of my favorite all-time songs. I listen to that song about once a day, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Have you taken a look in the mirror recently?
Yeah. I mean, this look certainly got inspired by a few people. He's one of them. Him and Lemmy. Like, Lemmy's my guy. Like, Lemmy is like the coolest looking human being that's ever existed in my mind. You give me the blank. You know Lemmy.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm about to Google.
Okay. Yeah, if you look up Lemmy and cowboy hat, then you will totally understand what is happening.
I get it. I see it.
Yeah. Hey, Munga Guy TV, what's up, man? Cheers to you. Yeah, I mean, I like George Strait. Don't get me wrong. That's King George right there. Yeah. It's just that he's a little more, like, most of his stuff is a little softer, I guess I would say, than like stuff that I generally listen to. Exactly. New country music is just pop music sung with an accent. Pretty much. That's pretty much my feeling on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's another song. That is a good song. I'm not familiar with that. Sunvolt? I'll have to check him out, AC. Best thing on that playlist. One of the best tasting phones ever. Yeah, exactly. I should lick my phone clean, probably. Roots, Bloody Roots. I think that's... Anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that song tomorrow. Saw David Allen. Oh, yeah, David Allen Coe and Iron Horse Saloon in Daytona Beach, Florida. During Bike Week, he showed up an hour late, sang 4 or 5 songs. That makes sense. That seems like, it's very David Allen Coe. That's a very... That seems like something he would do. He was the man. Yeah, I'm not trying to die. Well, I mean, I may anyway, but I'm not trying to die at 72. If I do, it'll probably be cirrhosis of the liver, not of smoking. But anyway, John looks like the kind of dude who stole somebody's country music award. I'll take it. I'm good with that. I would rather steal one than earn one these days. The people that are earning country music awards suck. Sunday Morning is a great Jelly Roll song. I don't know. I haven't heard that. I've heard Save Me and Son of a Sinner. I don't know if I've heard Sunday Morning. Oh, hang it. You spilled whiskey on that playlist. Best thing on that playlist. This is a great joke. You're almost not wrong. Like the Slayer stuff, I could almost care less about. I hate Bro Country or Hip Hop. Also, cheers, Mike. Yeah, Hip Hop. Yeah, I like it. Also, cheers, Mike. I didn't say cheers to you earlier. Yeah, man. All the new country stuff. Like to me, it's not even country anymore. It's just like pop music that. I mean, I'm almost certain it's produced exactly the same way. Like there's a team of writers that write the stuff. They just find a good-looking face to sing it, and they just pump out this garbage. Yeah, and that's just the machine doing its thing. You want to be more like Lemmy, start smoking. Hard pass on that, Shred. I knew a guy that was into that. Not really the lifestyle I want to live. Taos Lighting, though, good stuff. What do we got next, Sierra? I'm gonna kill this and move on to whatever you're interested in next.
Maker's Mark private selection. Can't Stop the Beaver.
Right. Okay. There it is. This is an interesting one. I had to share it because it's one of the more unique Maker's private selects I've got. I think some of the others are more just kind of down the road, very Maker's 46 cast strength. But this one's got some interesting notes. I can't say if they're good or bad. I'll let you decide that, but it's different for sure. And I like giving people stuff that, like a profile they've never had before. So,
I mean, if you get an off-profile bottle or something, you kind of need to share it to let other people experience it.
Yeah, and I don't think it's bad. It's just it's definitely different. So this bottle is so different that when I gave it to Steven in a blind, not only did he not know it was a weeder, he didn't know it was a Maker's. He had no idea what it was.
It was just like, that's something.
Yeah.
Aged in a barrel is all I can tell.
It's probably whiskey. Yeah. Well, that's the wrong one. I almost opened my giveaway bottle. I got two Makers on the tables here. Yeah, so I'm curious what you think about this, because I know. So the way I kind of put this sample pack together for you, of course, there was the bottles or the samples that I had already agreed upon with Ken. And then I thought, well, I'd throw some other stuff in there. And so this was one of them. And so I had to like go through your videos and look what you had behind you. I was like, okay, let me try and find some stuff that she doesn't have. And you have a lot of stuff. So that took some doing, but.
You can always reach out to me. I mean, I've got a Word document that's got what I've got.
Yeah, true. But I like to surprise people, I think that's part of it. Like, if you know what's coming, then I feel like it's not as exciting.
No, I mean, like, to go ahead and send you the list of what I have.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't guess that it's a Maker's Mark. Yeah. I would probably have guessed it was a weeder.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... To me, the nose kind of gives it away. Like it certainly has that weeder nose. I think the palate is where you kind of get thrown a little.
I've got this one in my Patreon Women of Whiskeys.
Oh, very nice. Here, let me solo you here for a second. It's a good looking cup there. Come on, camera. Be a camera.
I know you can do it.
You gotta love it.
It's not.
My camera does the same.
Sorry, it's not gonna do it.
It's okay. It's okay.
No. But
yeah, that's good looking glass. To be Lemmy, you need a water cooler filled with Jack and Coke. Yeah. That's I'm sad we never got Lemmy into drinking whiskey straight before he went, but that's okay. I'll take it. He still drink whiskey, so it's fine.
Someone's got to drink old number 7.
It's true. Yeah, he was dedicated to it. You got to give him that. He didn't waver. Jack and Coke his whole life. It's dedication. Not gonna lie, I know I've drank way too much when I start wanting to listen to some hip hop. Oh man, we were testing the fire alarm system in Old Maple Leaf Gardens, and Randy Travis asked me if I were going to blast those horns all day. And when we were setting up, he was pretty cool. I'd say so. Yeah, old Randy Travis. Oh yeah, I tried the Polish rye from Fancy's last night. I didn't think it. You didn't think it was that bad. Like I almost need to. Like I feel like everyone should try that bottle because that's surprising to me, Jacob. I don't know how to take that. I almost feel like I can't trust your choices whiskey wise now.
Do you like the Polish rye a lot?
The one that the Fancy sent me was appallingly bad. Now, granted, they sent this to me in a flight, so we agreed to send each other the worst stuff that we owned. That was the whole point of what we're doing.
You know what you're getting into at that point.
Yeah. And so I sent them 5 of my worst. They sent me 5 of their worst. And we pretty well agreed that night. Everybody, Stanley, myself, and the Fancies agreed that the Polish rye, well, it was kind of a toss-up between the Polish rye and then there was this Chattanooga, I think it was like it was a peated cask finish or something. The Fancies had. I can't remember exactly. But it was some Chattanooga experimental. And it was like a toss-up between those two. The Chattanooga tasted like a fart. And then the Polish rye tasted like DEET. If you ever sprayed yourself with, yeah. So if you ever get, when you're spraying yourself, you get it in your mouth sometimes. Yeah. So
the only bug spray that works. Yeah.
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 And it works because it's poison.
It'll kill you and the bug.
Yeah. And so it tasted like poison. So I was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't consume this. This is awful. It's very chemically. And it's like made you think this is questionable whether I should be swallowing this or not.
If I were to send someone my 5 worst, one of them would definitely be a Balcones True Blue cast strength that I've got.
No?
I mean, maybe you'd like it. You're into Balcones, but like...
I mean, it's currently my second favorite Balcones. Here it is. I like it.
Well, that's all I can say.
I mean, but that said, I'm sure they do vary. Now, how many months is yours? Mine's 42.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah. So I've heard that the younger ones can be weird. So I don't know. Because 42 is a long time in Texas. It's not a long time anywhere else, but in Texas, that's a long time. Yeah. It's like new music mashup of country and rap called Crap. Exactly, T-Rob. Check out Sun Volt, Cocaine, and Ashes. Great song. Okay. I will do that.
We were just demonetized.
Oh, I don't think we ever are. Actually, I didn't even turn on the monetization on this live. Come to think of it, I always forget to because you have to do it manually every time you do a live, and I always forget. So, whatever. It's fine. Like, I mean, YouTube's giving me like a whole $30 a month, so it's not going to make a difference. Like, I would have gotten $31 maybe. I turned on monetization, so I don't really worry about it. J8, there's another Patreon. Cheers, buddy. And since you're just getting here, one of you guys getting this bottle night. Thank you to Sierra and her mother, and also John Kranz for finishing off our 25. Now we have 25 Patreons. Freaking awesome. I know I drank way too much when I start listening to Fire Your Death Fund. Come on, Shred. You know what? I still stand by it. Way of the Fist is a great album. I will keep saying it. That is a great album. Favorite Five Finger Death Punch song, Sierra? Do you have a favorite or top 3, whatever the case?
Well, every time that I'm put directly on the spot, I forget everything that I've ever listened to.
I do the same thing, so I understand the feeling. I'm sorry, I should have prepared you for this question. I should have made a list before we started.
There's one song that came to mind but like I need to make sure that it's Five Finger Death Punch, or else I'll look stupid.
I got you. I've done that. I understand the struggle.
Okay, yeah, a little bit off today. That is definitely.
Oh yeah.
I've been rocking to that one recently.
I'm telling you, yeah. That and Wash It All Away. Man, I love that song. That's so good. Just makes me happy.
Is Jekyll and Hyde them too?
Yep, Jekyll and Hyde's them. Yeah.
That's another good one.
It is. It is good. Meet the Monster off Way of the Fist. Yeah, it's good. The Devil's Own, White Knuckles. Man, I love that album. I want to play it right now. Anyway, Jacob saying, speaking of Jack, I scored a Heroes Edition. Oh, sweet, man. Yeah, 131 proof. Yeah, Mark, Northwest Bourbon, he's talked a lot about those. I never see them here. Of course, are they base only, Jacob? Is that where you got yours? You got to get them on base? I feel like that might be the deal. Which is probably why I don't see them. See, my Polish rye is almost gone, and it was wonderful. So I feel like the Polish rye that the Fancies sent was like some weird finish. It wasn't just a Polish rye. But anyway. Gordon Murphy. Cheers, buddy. I feel like we saw you earlier. No? Yes, no, maybe. Either way, cheers. Good to see you, man. Canadian red wine. I will drink American or Canadian rye. Don't need to go to Poland. Indeed. The Balcones is the slayer of metal. You take that back, Greg, because Slayer sucks and Balcones does not. I would say they're more like the Polish rye of metal. Slayer is the Polish rye of metal. Yeah. So the Polish rye is the Slayer of metal, is what that sentence should say. That's okay. Man, still sick. That ER burned a hole in my throat. What? Seems unlikely given the wateriness. There's only two things from Texas: steers and terrible whiskey. That's not how that sentence goes. Will.
Hey, still Austin is pretty great, and so is Iron Root. Iron Root's pretty great.
And you like some Balcones stuff, right?
I like some Balcones, but the True Blue was exceptionally bad. It was a pick. I forgot who it was from now, but yeah.
Have you had this guy, the single malt? I love it. I love it so much. Oh, it's so good. Have you had it? The American single malt pick?
No, I think I got scared away from Balcones after that.
Okay, so this is I will say I have both, as you saw. The True Blue is much darker. It's much darker, heavier, more like charcoal, and it's just like angry at you. Which I like that. I like bold and like in your face. But this is more fruit forward. It's much lighter. I mean, as Texas goes, it's much lighter. I love this. It's a totally different profile than.
I do like the baby blue. It's just the True Blue was too much for me.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah. So then maybe you wouldn't like the extra age then on the True Blue, because as it ages, it just gets darker and angrier.
Yeah.
Look at these magnificent whiskey lovers. That's right. Cheers to you, Anthony. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Yes, everyone, cheers to Anthony. And there is the Patreon link again, folks. So it is not too late. I just want to point out. So we are doing lots of giveaways tonight. So I have 7 samples that are going out. And then Jacob threw in another 4. And then also tonight, because we hit our 25 Patreons, this bottle is going to a Patreon. That is the FAE-02, which I think is a fantastic weeder right there. So one of you Patreons will be winning that tonight. But, if you want to become the 26th, you can still get in on it. Just saying.
So the 6 samples, or no, the 6 or 7 that you're doing, and the 4 from Jack, are those all going to the same person, or are those 2 separate?
They will all be going to one person unless Jacob happens to win my 7, and then he'll be getting 7, and then somebody else will be getting his 4. But otherwise, 11 samples are going to one person. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So that could happen because Jacob is in the higher tier thing there. So yeah. So he gets a few spins, and then there is a Whiskey RN's link again there. Yeah. For those of you that don't know who's on screen with me, actually, let me take that down for a second there. There you go. See, Whiskey RN Cierra. For those of you not familiar with who this wonderful lady is beside me. And there is her link. So if you're not subbed, go do the YouTube things. Sub and like all the videos and watch them all. And yeah, do all that stuff.
I haven't posted in a while, but hopefully I'll be getting into that again soon.
But you got quite a bit of content out there that can be watched still. Yeah, so. I really like the first 3 or 4 500 Death Watch albums, but after that, not so much. Yeah, I mean, I agree. So like there's like songs here and there on the latter albums that I like. Like a little bit off today is on 7th album, 8th album. And I like that song, but like, yeah, I mean, they're not pumping out the massive amount of hits like they did like the first few albums. But yeah, you know, it happens. It happens to every band. It is what it is. You get successful and there's nothing to be angry about anymore. So, you know, whatever. Yeah, man. A little bit off today. I play often. It's a good one. Lucario is another good alt country band. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to be looking up stuff and then I spilled whiskey all over my phone. That's what I was reaching for my phone for.
Volt something?
No, I was trying to look up the guy that was on Yellowstone because he's an actual country artist. Like, so he sings various songs on Yellowstone. That's what I was trying to look up. And then I spilled whiskey all over my phone and my paperwork. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Probably not. First, I have to find my playlist, which is difficult within itself because I have a lot of playlists. I have a classical playlist. You into classical music at all?
For studying, I mean.
Yeah, that's my chill music. Like when I feel like, you know, murder might be on the horizon. Put on some classical music and get a glass of whiskey and sit in the dark and calm down.
Yeah, some deep breathing.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. There it is. Southern rock, folk, and acoustic and country. That's my playlist that I just threw all this stuff in. And where is the guy? Ryan Bingham. Yeah. It's Bingham. Ryan. Yeah, that's the guy that's on Yellowstone. For anyone that cares or whatever. Yeah, but he does some pretty good stuff. Which, of course, I think it's a bass only. Okay, yeah, I thought so on the Hero Select there from JD. Yeah, cheers to Anthony there for sure. Yeah, I popped in earlier and then had to watch Joe on. Oh, right, yeah, that's right. Joe was on Matt Mattis tonight. How did Joe do? Are they done? Did Joe win? I'm not watching because obviously I'm doing this right here. But the Polish distillery has relocated to Florida. Makes sense. Now Florida man will be running it. So that will improve. As an ex-Florida man, I believe I can say that. Oh, well, let's see it. Ranger Creek single barrel proof is the best Texas whiskey ever. Yeah, and then Woods, you're always talking about, what is it, Rebecca Creek, I feel like. Have you had either of those, Sarah?
Yeah, I've had some Rebecca Creek. That's good. It's decent. I mean, it's not something that I would go to often. I don't have one of my own right now, but
gotcha. Ben says, "Hey." What's up, Ben?
No, he says, "Hey."
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. I can't really quite do that voice. I can try, but no one wants to hear that, I feel like.
I'll do it for you. It's okay.
I appreciate that. Got news, in my humble opinion, there is no good whiskey from Texas.
Unless you've tried Still Austin,
Baller.
that's a pretty solid one. You got to try it.
You're wrong. Yeah. Especially where is it? I'm very proud of this bottle. This is a Nancy Fraley pick of Still Austin cast strength. It's so good.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. That made my whiskeys of the year last year. It's phenomenal. Very, very good stuff. You guys should try it. Ben has. He wasn't wowed by it, I will say. But, that's okay. That's all right. I mean, it's a $50 bottle, so it's not going to I still think it's the best $50 bottle on the market. Speaking of, that review comes out tomorrow. No, Sunday. Sunday is when it comes out. No Diageo, no care? What?
Diego is my dog's name. And he ran away to go nap on the couch.
Ah, gotcha. Right, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking Balcone is Diageo. So I just read that. Eggplant greetings. Is that what the kids are doing these days? I suppose, AZ. I don't know. We haven't drank whiskey in a while, Sierra. Although I do have a little bit of the towels left. Do we want to switch to something else? Oh wait, no, we're on Maker's
Mark. Are you sure you have the towels? Because I thought that you poured the Maker's Mark.
I do. Thank you. Sierra keeping the show on track here. Thank you, Sierra. I have no memory of anything ever, so you could convince me this is anything. Hey, Nazina, Shred and I just have a special relationship. I don't doubt that. I mean, me and Ben shared whiskey in a parking lot, so it goes places sometimes. I'm laughing because as soon as I said that, Sierra, you immediately broke eye contact with the screen, and just you're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna look over here."
I just don't want to know where the parking lot whiskey went. I was like, I don't.
I found that amusing.
It can go places. I was like, oh god.
Like, oh no, what's happening? No, I love Ben, but not in that way. Ben's my buddy.
Oh no, it depends on how much parking lot whiskey you've had.
That's true too. That's fair. We did share more pours than we probably should have in that amount of time. We'll say that. What post do we comment? Oh yeah. So again, folks, here. Actually, I'll just
put the link.
Oh, is it? I probably won't find it. Here, I'm just going to show it because I have it up. So this is what it should look like. So let me share here. That way you guys can find it. And again, we're going to be spinning the wheel here in about 20 minutes, something like that. So it is not too late to get an extra spin on the wheel. So this is what it should look like. So what bands or albums do we want to see next? And then we got Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Testament, Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, Motorhead, Dio, Pantera, Anthrax. But as this says here, so please comment. Yes, because I want to see what your opinions are. That's the whole thing here, is I want to see what you guys are interested in going forward. As you can see, you can read on the screen here. And yeah, get an extra entry into this month's sample giveaway. Yeah, so that's what you're looking for. That was on February 6th. So you'd have to scroll down a little bit, but I'm trying to get everybody involved. All you Patreons, I want you guys involved. So that way, hopefully you're tuning in tomorrow night. Well, if you're not interested in Slayer and Sepultura, that's okay. We're doing different stuff every Friday. Damn it, man, I'm not doing well tonight. Saturday night. Yeah, so but that is what it looks like. So I'll take that down now. So hopefully you guys can find it.
Mine just looks like dots and nothingness, actually. So I was like, I'm just going to comment because I don't know what the options are.
Yeah, that's fine because really the commenting is the main thing. Because the main thing is I want to see what you guys want to see, either battles or whatever the thing is going forward, what bands you're interested in, that kind of thing. That was the main point of the post. So commenting is fine. As long as I see a comment, you're in. Okay, so there you go. Sun Volt. I'm sorry. That's not an A. There is the bourbon note. Oh, okay. That's the link there that now everybody can go to it right there. Yellowstone Artist is yes. Okay, so you probably beat me to it because I am slow. It's going to be legit. I suppose. I mean, I think everybody knows which way I'm leaning. Yeah,
Not the Slayer way.
Yeah, Sepultura and Slayer. Oh well. Joe got third place. So what does that mean? So is he out then? Mike won. Stahl? Mike Stahl? What Mike? Anyway, Joe didn't win. Only good news is Bruzel didn't win either. Okay. Joe seemed to be ripping on Bruzel pretty hard. My man. All right. I'd like to hear it. We need to bring manly names back to whiskey. Penelope? What the freak?
Penelope?
No, I say it Penelope on purpose.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just, I was not aware of that. I was like.
No, I think actually, and Matt's, on the brain because Matt. I think Matt is actually the first one to ever say it Penelope. And I thought it was so funny that I say it that way every time now. Yeah, it's Penelope. All the bots didn't help David and Bruzel. Good. So on the regular Rebecca Creek is not anything special at all. It's their double barrel special releases that I'm always on the way. Okay. Woods, I need to get in contact with you because I think we need to chat about, maybe doing some hand deliveries. Yeah. I gave my Still Austin to a homeless guy. You know what, Lee? I wish I was that homeless guy. That's what I would. No, you gave me the regular Still Austin cask, not her pet. Well, I know that. But still, you said you didn't think it was that amazing. Is what I'm saying. Cheers, T-Rob. I need the versus Still Austin against my, in my opinion, Still Austin would crush bullet barrel strength. Like, not even close. But I'm not big on, because let's see, bullet barrel strength is now 4 roses, right? I feel like they keep changing, so I don't know. Anyway, are you done with your makers, Sierra?
I am. I'm ready to move on to the Obtainium. And it is a pick from Florida, so I've got it in my the Encore glass as soon as I pour it.
Makes sense to me. Let me get a little hydration here. Oh, it went places. Okay. Yeah, and Ben, I can definitely, of course, Great Shot will probably beat me to it, but I can definitely send you an Anthony sample. I wanted you to have the baseline just to see if you liked it, though. That Ben guy is a freaking character, and he has character. Yes. And you guys are chatting out. I can barely keep up tonight. I'm 9 minutes behind. I feel like I've been reading nonstop. Brown bagging it in front of Quickie Mart Old School, for sure. Z-Man, I don't know if I cheers you yet, buddy. Yeah, cheers. Cheers to you. And cheers all you great people. Nickelback versus... Come on, man. They're not... No, you know what? You guys... They are not Nickelback bad. Thoughts, Sierra? Nickelback versus...
5 Finger Death Punch is going to be my vote.
Yeah, for sure. You guys, come on now. Sepultura for the win. Yeah, man. I think that's the way I'm leaning for sure tomorrow night. I think they're a much more talented band. But now let's get into this Boo Rye here. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. It's the cheapest Obtainium I've ever seen. But I also, I've kind of built a relationship with this guy, and so maybe he gave me a deal. I don't know. But it was $45. So now, granted, it's not hazmat, but it is still 58.9%. So it's not nothing.
Yeah, that's definitely a rye.
Mm-hmm. You into it yet?
I took a sip. I'm getting. So I'm not a huge fan of rye, but it's not
Oh, okay.
bad.
I think the nose is interesting for sure. I like the nose a lot. Penelope is the daughter of the master distiller. Why would they name her that? Um, oh, you know what? Shred, you're just whatever. Yeah, I still say you like Slayer way more than they deserve, but that's okay. So what are you thinking? Given that you're not a big rye fan, and it is pretty rye forward, I will give you that.
um, it. I mean, the proof's really helping it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like burr ryes more than just regular ryes. Because I'm more of a bourbon than a rye fan.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rye forward, so it drinks a lot like a rye, like a cast strength rye, and I can tell you're struggling with it. I just again, this is another bottle I thought was interesting, so I thought I'd send it to you and just see what you thought about it.
Yeah, I don't grab ryes just on a regular basis. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. I mean, on the upside, you don't have to finish it. You don't have to drink anymore if you don't want to. we can move on.
It is interesting. It's not bad. It's got this flavor that I'm trying to place that I just can't. Maybe it's just the rye, but like I can't really put words to the flavor I'm getting on it.
So what I get on the finish anyway is there's like a combination of like a mintiness. There's a little bit of a chalky mint note kind of going on. And then I also get like just a very slight touch of like coffee, maybe even a little toffee there, but it like the coffee is not a flavored coffee. It's just like black coffee. But like it's kind of light. It's kind of faint behind the mint. There's a lot of mint in this. Dan, what's up, buddy? Cheers, man. Good to see you. You know what, Shred? You're really, really Hanson. Honestly. Also, Sean, you ever listen to Brujeria? I guess that's how you say that. I have not.
Brujeria.
Okay. Still no. No, I'm not familiar with that name. Clearly, where's my water? There it is. Yeah. Also, my wife would probably get on to me for. I'm guessing that's a Spanish name, and I pronounced it terribly. My wife is fluent in Spanish, so she would probably give me crap for even saying it that way. But oh well. So, what are they? So, you're familiar with the. Are you just familiar with the name, or are you familiar with the band?
I'm just familiar with the name.
Okay. Yeah. So, tell me about them, Gordon. I'd like to hear about them. To be fair, that's right.
To be fair.
To be fair, haven't been disappointed by any obtaining bottle so far. Yeah, I mean, for 45, I can't complain. But granted, I do like rye quite a bit. So, if you don't like rye, this is a pretty rye forward boo rye. Everybody cheersing Dan. Good stuff there. Let's see here. KM. What was that? The acronym. What is that? That is. You're making me think, Jack or Ben. Why did I think that was? Anyway, whatever that is. Yes. Is witch in Spanish. Okay.
But brujeria is a different type of witchcraft than like pagan witchcraft.
Isn't all witchcraft pagan?
Like,
I mean, at least from my
Norse.
understanding of what's pagan and what's
Well,
not.
actually, there's some Christian witches out there that they have an interesting take on it. You know, their take is the fact that, you know, the communion is a spell. You have, you know, the blood, the body. Everyone's, you know, having their own.
Oh, well, you don't want to get me started on Catholics.
So
anyway, yeah, I mean, I can, yeah. So the Catholics certainly gave them some leeway there. Yeah, we'll probably best to leave it at that. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, and we'll back off of the religious thing. Anyway, we'll keep it whiskey related. Yeah, so go ahead and explain the differences though between like dark magic witches and the ones you were talking about.
well, I mean, there's just like, you know, green witches versus kitchen witches. Like, there's a bunch of different kinds, and like, unless you have a Hispanic background, you shouldn't practice brujeria. But if you have, like, just like if you don't have like a Cajun background, you shouldn't practice voodoo or hoodoo.
Okay.
You know, it's one of those things where you gotta like go more with your heritage than creeping into other people's space.
I got you. Although I did know a white woman from New Orleans that was really big into voodoo when I was back down in Florida, and I mean, I don't know how you determine if somebody's legit or not, but she seemed pretty legit.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, like things were not normal. So yeah. But you know, she grew up in that culture, so I don't know if that gives her an in or not. I don't know how. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can't really. There's a lot. Witchcraft is becoming more mainstream now, so it's just basically if you don't have the background to support it, don't get into other people's witchcraft without knowing what you're getting into. Be well educated before you get into it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's sure. Magical appropriation. Oh no! Don't let the woke ones find out about this. We'll never hear the end of it. I swear to God, if I hear this on CNN tomorrow, oh Jesus, or not Jesus, I guess. Whatever.
Well, because a lot of witchcraft has to do with contacting your, has to do with contacting your ancestors, and if you're trying to contact your ancestors like the brujeria way, and you don't have those types of ancestors, it's not going to work as well.
But what if your ancestors grew up in Mexico, but they were white? So,
well, then that's so.
Who do you contact then? You need to like go through like some like mediator. Like, do you have to like cross the border and be like, "Hey, I need to like get back into America, ghosts"? Is there some like America ghosts I can talk to? I don't know what international travel is like in Ghost World, but if somebody could like set me up with, like, I got some like English people, some English ass people that I need to talk to.
It was just a major problem with basic white girls trying to do.
1-800 white Max. Oh my God, where the hell are we going with anyway? I don't know if you can tell, but I don't believe in any of this stuff. But I believe when you're dead, you're dead. So good luck with contacting anybody. Good luck with talking to dirt. Anyway, teach their own. Whatever you want to do. I don't care. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. Dirt, stones, mud. Some people think we came from mud, so it's whatever. Depends on which type of witchcraft you identify with. That's right. I identify as a gorilla shark from Japan. So if I could get in contact with my ancestral gorilla sharks from Japan, I'd be really happy to talk with them. Oh, man. What the hell? Anyway, Obtainium, folks. Obtainium. It's good stuff. Here's the proof. Anyway, Cierra, did you have one more pour that you wanted to get to, or where are we at in their pour list? I don't know.
That's all the samples that you sent me.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all the samples that you sent me.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get the wheel together. Actually, I'll do this first. I'm gonna open up chat so folks can hop on if they would like to. And that way someone can keep you company while I put wheels together, which is not entertaining at all. And thank you, Cierra, so much, by the way, for joining me tonight and hanging out and sharing samples and stuff. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you for sending these.
It's been good times. We've had some laughs. There we go. So there it is, folks, if you want to hop on. So I'll give you everybody a few minutes to hop on, and that way someone can keep Cierra company while I, put together wheels, because that'll be a lot of fun to watch me do that. To be fair, Latin American countries involuntarily appropriated Catholicism. That's true. They did do that. They did. Actually, most countries that are Catholic involuntarily appropriated.
Involuntarily appropriated.
Yeah, basically all of them. Like if you weren't from Rome, then you involuntarily became Catholic. Because that's just how history works.
Also, John Cran's ask your ancestors about when Godzilla marched into Tokyo Bay.
For sure. Cheers to both of you. Fine comments there, fellas. Oh, man. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard, honestly, Sierra, I have to be full transparency here. I never knew that you had to stick with your people on witchcraft. This is entirely new information to me. I was not aware. I didn't know.
You can't just say this is interesting. I'm going to jump headfirst into this one section without researching it, because you can get yourself into some trouble if you don't fully research before you get started.
Diego.
Oh, yep. Diego.
You are not Catholic? You must be a witch. That reminds me of Monty Python. How do you tell somebody's a witch? Come on, folks. How do you tell? If they weigh... Come on. Sierra, do you know?
No.
No? Not a Monty Python fan? That's okay.
No. I've only seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I think, once.
I got you.
I was sober when I saw it, and it wasn't that funny.
Okay. We can still be friends. It's fine. Burn the Witch. That's a great Sean James song, by the way. Are you familiar with Sean James, Sierra?
No, I'm not.
Okay. He has a great song called Burn the Witch. That's exactly what we've been talking about tonight. Back when Catholics were burning people that were witches, just for doing like normal things.
Like being good at healing people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you must be a witch. Burn them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it might be, it might not be. I kind of lean towards it might be, but there's certainly things that happen. So I don't know. Cheers, people. What's up, Sean? Good to see you, man. Hope everyone is kicking Friday night off right. Yeah, man, we're having a good time, and I hope you are as well. I wish I could ask my Viking ancestors what it was like to passion some Saxon skulls. Hell yeah, man. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Hell yeah. 3 days later, Bill Murray and the Ghostbusters crossed the streams and sent Jesus back into his dimension. Jesus. That's probably a Ghostbuster reference. I don't know. I was never big on the Ghostbuster movies because I thought they were silly. But even as a child, I've always been pretty serious. That is how the Spanish Inquisition started, yeah. That's some real fucked up, find out some shit right there. Yeah, exactly. Now you know. All right, so white people, we're watching you. No voodoo for you. No voodoo for you. No voodoo for the white people. No. Throw them like if they can swim back. They're not a witch. That's right. Oh, man. In popular opinion, English humor isn't funny at all. You know what, Ben? Now you're just, come on now. Monty Python, the Holy Grail, is hilarious. I don't care what anybody says, but she didn't float. Must have been a witch. That's right. Let's see here. Are none of you bastards going to hop on here? Come on. Someone needs to keep Cierra company while I put together this wheel. Jesus, Sean. Jesus. That's right. Yes. Nobody expected. That's right. Yeah, I should probably use the Spanish version. What am I doing? Long weekend in Canada. Don't ask what the holiday is. I don't know. I never keep up with holidays ever. There we go. Now we have some fantastic company for Sierra. Hey. Cheers, John. How are you, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Also, the more you know.
Shirt. The more you know.
Heck yeah. You know, John, that's one of my favorite gifts to use on Facebook when somebody's being an idiot, and I just reply back with just a short little sentence like, hey, actually, it's this, and I put the more you know. I love it. Because, you know, on the other end, they're just so angry.
Do they make that as a GIF file or not? Do you know?
Oh yeah.
Sure
I
know that you see, the more you know. Yes.
I use it all the time. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite GIFs to use, or GIF. I guess GIF is the right.
To be fair.
Yes.
To be fair, yes. Calling your wife a witch was just immediate divorce. To be fair.
Hey, Sean, have you seen the Monty Python, the skit, The Spanish Inquisition?
Yes. Oh,
okay.
yes.
Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition.
No, see, I think Monty Python did some brilliant stuff, but
yeah, me too.
I don't know. I guess Ben doesn't find it funny.
Where they can be on the same block of a street and segue into 4 different scenes, going down one sidewalk. Yes.
Yeah. Faulty Towers was the funniest show in history. Okay.
Yeah, Faulty Towers is pretty funny.
All right, well, Sierra, John, I'll let you take over the show for a bit. I got to get 2 wheels together here. So,
somebody else jump on.
Yeah. Keep these folks company. Come on, folks. Come on. We need some help over here. There's a lot of great people in chat. A lot of you that I know, have cameras and microphones and all the things that make streams happen.
That makes streams happen.
You know the things.
Yes, Mr. Great Chef. Spam, eggs, and spam. That's.
Come on, Diego.
But I don't like spam.
Wheel o' names. There we go.
What you drinking, John?
Diet Pepsi right now.
There we go.
I had a few pours, and Dan went long last night. It was kind of fun. I had quite a few last night. So
there we go. We got Shred in the house. What's up, man?
All right. You
Hey, man,
talked me into it. What's
Cheers,
going
brother.
on?
Oh, the
Cheers, guys.
darkened guitar room now.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
a little, don't want to be too bright. Hey, I got one thing for you, Sean.
Okay. That's death, right?
Oh, my God. Oh, dude. Slayer, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm out of here.
Wait, what song is that?
Angel of Death, man.
Oh, yeah, well,
Damn it. Unacceptable.
that is the highlight of the song, and it's just downhill from there.
No, come on now, man. God damn it.
Because that drum beat that's going on in that part and the guitar that goes on the rest of the song. So enjoy that, because that's all it's going to be the rest of the song.
Man. I don't know. I never heard Five Finger Death Punch do a scream like that. Say that.
I will give you that. That is one of the
But I
rare
don't listen for the screams.
that is one of the rare moments where Tom actually does a thing that I'm like, hey, that was kind of cool. Usually I'm just like, is he talking? He's just talking, right? He's just kind of talking, like sort of upset. He's like,
All right. I know they're not talking about monster trucks and 5-hour energy.
no
It's
one
okay.
never talked about those things. Show me a song. Show me a song where they talk about
That's what I think
5-hour
of, man.
energy and monster trucks. If
I
you,
just
if
think
you
of
can,
dudes. I just think of dudes punching drywall when I hear that shit, man. I'm sorry.
if you can find me a single song where they mention monster trucks, I will quit listening to Five Finger Death Punch. You can find one
All
song.
right. I'll find it. I know it's out there. Damn it.
Whiskey Wine 101. Cheers to you.
Yeah, Sean, that sounded like a parent from Charlie Brown was singing death metal.
That's about right, John. That's pretty much what Slayer is. And then it's repetitive drums and repetitive guitar and
Dude,
uninteresting
badass drums,
solos.
Come on.
Huh?
The drums are the shit. Dave Lombardo is like one of the gods of drum.
Yeah, but like all his interesting stuff is like his solos at concerts. Like it's not on the record usually.
No. Dude,
Like
there's a drum fill in that song that's the most famous drum fill in the history of metal, probably. It's like,
yeah,
dude, come on now. What are you doing here? I shouldn't have to stick up for Slayer. They're part of the Big Four for a reason. I don't think Five Finger Death Punch is part of the Big Four. Not even five.
I still say though, I know we're getting deep into metal, folks, and I know this is a whiskey stream. This is what we should be doing. No, it's fine though. I still say Testament deserves a spot.
I do too. I agree with that. I think Anthrax should be kicked out, and Testament should be in their spot.
Okay, that's all right. Slayer can stay, I suppose.
Yeah, now we're talking.
All right, I just realized that I need to go check the plumbing, and then I'll put a wheel together. So, yeah, and Dave Lombardo, he is great. I cannot. He's fantastic.
Sorry,
he's my favorite part of the band, honestly. So yeah, he kind of carries the band. So yeah, like the whole band is on Dave's shoulders. He's just like, "Come on, guys, you can be musicians. You can do it.
Right.
Come on."
Yeah, we got Jeff Hanneman had some riffs. Come on now, they got riffs.
Time for some Texas. All right, you guys do stuff. I'm gonna go see if the toilet's working. I'll be back.
Yeah, everyone in the chat sticking up for my man Dave Lombardo. Woo!
So what you got drinking over there, Shedward?
I am actually drinking Budweiser Zero on the
Is
wagon.
that zero alcohol?
It is, and it tastes like Budweiser.
Wow.
Which isn't good. But yeah. Taking the weekend off. Hit it too hard the last 2 days.
Yeah, I had a good one last night. That's the first time I've heard of an NA beer actually tasting good.
Well, I mean, it tastes like Budweiser if you think that tastes good.
I grew up with it, so I mean, I still go back to it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of tastes like if LaCroix made a beer flavored sparkling water.
Then it's miles better than O'Doul's.
Oh, it is. Yeah, O'Doul's is terrible.
No.
Hey, thanks, Jack. I got some support in the chat. Right on.
I mean, hey, everyone needs a dry run. I've been on a dry run for a while, so it's whiskey night tonight.
Yeah, actually, getting sleep and waking up is kind of crazy. You're like, what? You drink coffee and then you're like good to go for a while. What a concept.
Yeah. I found those nights after I had surgery. I'm like, it kind of feels nice just to have a soda or something and go to bed and sleep normally. Once in a while, because you normally don't do that.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's the thing. I mean, sleep heals your body and whatnot. So you gotta, drinking definitely affects your sleep. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure there's some correlation there.
What are you talking about hanging the lampshade? I changed light bulbs today. Put a new one in. Try a little bit brighter.
Hanging lampshades. All right.
Oh, it's like an old clamp-on lamp here. I changed it out and put a soft white bulb in it today. So it's a little bit brighter.
There we go. I've only got like a 30-watt light bulb in this shit.
Yeah, I had one that was like the old yellow kind of. Didn't really like it. I wanted a little more clear.
I've just got a LED lamp here.
Well, you haven't had to call a plumber, so I guess that's a good thing.
Did you have to go drop a 5-finger death punch?
No, I grabbed some more water as well as being. So I will give Slayer one thing, and that is, without Slayer, there is the potential that death metal would never have existed. So if they did inspire that, then they did something right. Because without them, we don't have Chuck Schuldiner and Death. And without Death, then, life would not be the same. Because he is the man vocally. And also hell of a guitar player. Yeah, just like they inspired better things than they themselves were. So cheers to Slayer for that.
Totally. I would say Death was probably more influenced by like Venom and stuff like that in the early days. I know they started in like 84, but Slayer started in like 81, around the 82, same time as Metallica kind of thing.
So their first record was 83, right after Metallica.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I mean, I guess they were formed in 81.
Yeah, that makes sense. Same with Metallica, I think.
Yeah. So because there's always like this dispute as to who was the first thrash band, Slayer or Metallica. But so
Slayer is not death metal, that's for sure. A lot of people.
No.
Some people are like, Slayer.
But you can certainly see the how they could influence bands that became.
I think it all came down to the drums and just the speed of it. I mean, that if it weren't for Dave Lombardo, I think he's like the catalyst of people in more heavy bands wanting to play faster, All credit to him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, his drum timing is kind of what set the pace for what was I going to say? I don't know.
No, hang on. If I have enough whiskey, I get sleepy, and then I just turn the cam off and I go to bed.
There you go. That's probably the wise choice.
My thing is, when I've had enough whiskey, don't get a beer out, because then it just goes right off the rails.
Yeah, that's all. So
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say, you get a good buzz going, and then you turn off StreamYard and you start cranking music at 3 a.m. and wake up with the lights still on, and
Yeah. Usually, the way that night ends for me is at about 2, 3 in the morning, and my wife was like, "Why is the music so loud? You need to go to bed." And I'm asleep in my chair. So, Slayer is thrash, but I mean, they're certainly a different kind of thrash than like Megadeth and Anthrax. And in most of your thrash bands, Slayer is quite different than them
because of Dave Lombardo, man.
Yeah,
like Metallica and Megadeth, Testament, they didn't have like badass double bass just going the whole time, you know.
True. Yeah, but
you guys are talking about Sabbath. I mean, would that? I'm not a musician, but would have any of that happened if Tony hadn't sliced his fingers off?
Nope.
Probably not.
They are solely responsible for all the metal.
And that was all him just getting his tips of his fingers cut off.
Yeah, I mean, like even still, like so, I got some videos coming out. I kind of announced on Patreon, so I'm doing like best lead-off tracks or album openers, however you want to say it, like the first track on an album for each year in the hard rock heavy metal category. Because like I'm starting in 70, right? And there's a lot of years where they're not really metal songs that are available because it was just kind of becoming a thing. But like, so I'm listening through all those like early 70s stuff. Man, still today, like Black Sabbath, like that song, that is still heavy as hell. Like that, it's just so dark even today. Like, I mean, 50 years later, that song is just heavy.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So for it to have come out before I was even born, yeah. Naomi, man.
I'm just not as much of a metal fan as I am just rock. I like to hear what they're saying. I'm hard of hearing on one side, and so I'd like to understand the words that are being screamed at me.
I hear you. And so that's like, okay, so here's my standard. And I know we're talking a lot about music tonight, folks, and hopefully you're into that. But like, if I can do it, then I'm not impressed because I'm not a singer for any band I'll ever plan to be because I don't have the vocals to do it. So if I can do it, then I don't really find it impressive. So and that's why I was kind of joking earlier about Tom from Slayer. Now, occasionally he will do things like that scream at the beginning of Angel of Death that is impressive. And I honestly thought that was Death. I really thought that was Chuck Schuldiner because he was hitting those notes like Chuck does. But Chuck does it all the time. Like Chuck is always just ripping it, man. He's just, that dude freaking slays on vocals. Like Chuck does some stuff that will blow your freaking mind. Like you'll carry high notes for like 10 seconds. Just ridiculous stuff. But I can't do that. So like that's kind of the bar for me. Like if I can do it, then I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. I
think as far as a lot of people when they listen to death metal, they're like, I can't understand the lyrics, blah blah blah. It's something that if you listen to enough of, you can actually understand the vocals after a while. It just takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Because you're mostly paying attention to the music, like the heaviness of the guitars and the drums and all that. But actually, there's a lot of bands that actually enunciate. I mean, it's not just like toilet bowl, pig squeals the whole time, Some bands are, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of bands that are like purposefully indecipherable, but there are a lot of other bands too that have meaningful lyrics that, you can actually, if you want to kind of, what helped me a lot too was just reading along with the lyrics as I'm listening to it. I know death metal lyrics, some of the bands are a little more heady than others, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what was
political
that?
stance, like there's a band like Dying Fetus. I know, like, oh yeah, Dying Fetus, haha. Just sounds like a Cookie Monster, but if you actually read the lyrics, it's got like a more of a political slant to it, and it's got a lot more kind of
I know
in-depth.
they can Google lyrics now, but I remember back in the '90s getting a CD, and you open the book and they didn't put the lyrics on. I'd be so pissed off that you're listening to the CD and I'd rather be able to read the lyrics as they're singing it,
Yeah.
especially
No,
when you first play it.
got a
I
shitload of
stole one of my
CDs, so.
parents' Slipknot CDs, and they had a book with lyrics in it, and that's how I got to know every song on that CD.
What? Your parents listen to Slipknot? That's badass.
Yeah,
Right.
they had one
Yeah.
of those like thick binders of like 4 CDs per page.
Oh,
You
yeah.
flip through Marilyn Manson,
Five Finger
Korn, Sublime. I don't know, a lot of stuff.
Man, Manson's Antichrist Superstar. I remember when that album came out. I was what was that, middle school? I feel like. Yeah, man. I love that album.
Yeah, I saw him on tour. That was what, 94. He opened for Nine Inch Nails here in Madison, Wisconsin. It was a hell of a show.
Yeah, so if I'm remembering right, that album came out the same year that Korn's Life is Peachy came out, and they toured together. And I saw that tour. Yeah, that was
that would have been like 2000.
yeah.
No,
So I guess
came out that was like 96.
Antichrist Superstar came out in 2000. Was it that late?
No, what I saw, I've only seen Marilyn Manson once, and it was with Hole, and it was in 1999. I remember that. So I think Marilyn Manson probably came out in like 97 with his first album.
I feel like it was earlier than, but I mean, my memory is terrible, like historically terrible. So you're probably right.
I wasn't a big fan. I'm still really not. I do like Korn more for sure, and like Rob Zombie, stuff like that. That was my kind of like late 90s, early 2000s kind of thing.
Are you saying you like Korn more than Rob Zombie, or like you like Korn and Rob Zombie?
Oh no, I would say I like Korn and Rob Zombie more than Marilyn Manson.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Trusty Dan, cheers, brother. Have you heard Tourniquet by Manson? Man, I love that song. Tourniquet's so good. Anyway, but I know. So you're not into the. I don't know what you would even call Manson, like as far as like a style. It's kind of his own thing. Shred, what would you call Manson's style?
I don't know. I mean, he kind of fits under like the shock rock category, kind of like Alice Cooper, but he has way more of. It's more of an industrial kind of vibe too, like Ministry, or something like that. I don't know. Nine Inch Nails, Ministry. They're they're kind of industrial, but they've also got other stuff going on. I don't know. Good question.
Hey, cheers, Eric. Sure. Right. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to be putting together a wheel. Let me do that. Get to me talking about music and I get distracted. So you guys keep doing whatever you're doing and I will put together this wheel here. For some reason, Patreon is still not repopulating like current Patreons. I don't know I guess I need to like drop the tab off and then reload it or something.
I will say that my parents' music selection was pretty badass. Just gonna throw that out there.
Nice. I grew up listening to like Chuck Berry and freaking the Temptations and shit like that. I mean, that's all great music, but it was like my parents were just super into like 50s and 60s stuff like that.
Yeah, I grew up with 70s country and hee-haw, so it's... And then I got to school and learned what rock was.
My parents were actually in a band. They played like cover songs from the 50s and 60s. So I grew up being embarrassed constantly by them playing at like weddings and school. Like they played at my school when I was in 4th grade one time. Oh man. just traumatizing me.
The Woods is talking about how I remind him of his daughter, and well, probably. I mean, I said on my channel many times when I was born, but I'll go ahead and say it here. I was born in '99, so
You are a youngin'.
Damn.
Got-
All right.
got a baby on screen.
So that Slipknot album came out in '99, the first one.
That
Remember
first
that.
Slipknot album is good, man. Wait and Bleed, oh, so good.
That is
It's all right.
that
It's
is
not
so
bad.
good.
Makes me
I do
happy
like
every
it.
time I hear.
I like that in Iowa, and then after that,
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much music I want to listen to when I get off stream.
You know what I want to listen to, man? Yeah, some Hanson. Woo! Get down on that.
I'm gonna say I was gonna guess Slayer, but I would have been wrong.
No.
All right. Question to anyone on panel and everybody in chat. What is your favorite Slayer song? Can't be Raining Blood or Angel of Death. I want to know. I don't know what everybody's third pick is. What's the third pick?
I think Disciple from God Hates Us All. That's a great
Disciple. Okay. I knew that Shred would have a deep cut. John, do you have one?
No,
Okay, that's fair. I
I don't
don't
listen to them too much.
AC says Dick Dale.
Dick Dale, dude, that's the reason I play guitar right there. Him and Kirk Hammett. I'm not even kidding, dude. Because I listened to
go.
Metallica when I was about 7 or 8 years old. My parents, I heard Dick Dale when I was a little kid, and I was like, man, someday I'm going to be able to play that fast. And I did, man. I actually can. Guys, he's the OG of like playing fast on guitar.
Those are the only ones I know. Yeah, so Dead Skin Mask that's a decent song. Yeah, and Dick Dale, man. Like, I mean, there's like a lot of genres that I think are really interesting as far as guitar work goes. I mean, Dick Dale being one of them. Like, also, like, I'm really big into like bluegrass stuff. Like, everybody craps on it, but like there are some bluegrass guitarists that are really, really skilled. I mean, like faster than like metal guys. Like there's some crazy. I mean, like Billy Strings, like that guy freaking rips. Yeah. Anybody Billy Strings fans out there? No.
I like Bill Gibbons.
Okay, yeah. ZZ Top there, yeah.
I love some ZZ Top, man. Hell yeah.
South of Heaven, there you go. Favorite Slayer song is Mandatory Suicide. There you go.
Yeah,
Skeletons.
These
Skeletons
are
Society.
good tracks, man.
Yeah. Jihad
Dead Skin
from
Mask,
God
man.
Hates Us All. Okay. All right, we got some real fans in here. Tomorrow night will be interesting for sure. You guys are gonna have to convince me. You're gonna have to convince me.
Hey, hanging. You mentioned Frampton Comes Alive. The rock station here overplayed that growing up, and I can't stand to listen to it.
I'm not a big.
That's the only. There was like what 2 or 3 songs off that album, and they just kept replaying them and replaying them.
Oh,
I Want You to Show Me the Way song.
Yeah.
I heard that yesterday, man. It was stuck in my head for like 8 hours. Dude. That talk box is all. Wah, 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 wah,
Also, folks, as I'm putting together the wheel, anybody else that wants extra entries, all you patrons, if you want extra entries in our giveaway tonight, again, we're giving away 11 samples thanks to Jacob. But one last time for anyone that didn't get it earlier, here's what they are. We got Chattanooga Bottle and Bond. If they could be less blown out, that'd be great. That is a great bottle. I can't say how it placed in my blind battle, but it did well. The new Bardstown Bottle and Bond, which is a weeder. I know Jacob needs to know that information. Also, we got the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond right there. Man, the white is just not doing well on this camera. Anyway, then this guy right here, H. Taylor Small Batch. And then the single barrel, which is the ones we went through with Sierra there earlier in the stream. Yeah. And then also from myself, we got the Rebel Yell 10-year. This is the old bottle, back when it said Yell underneath the Rebel. And then I have a new one that does not say Yell under it. So 2 different Rebel Yells you can compare. So that's all the stuff from me. And then Jacob, if you could throw out one more time what you're throwing in, there's another H. Taylor small batch, a Weller full proof sample, and I can't remember the others. But either way, 11 samples going to one of you Patreons. So yeah. And then also, of course, tonight, you don't have to know it. You can't buy extra entries for this, but if you're a Patreon, I'm going to be giving this bottle away here shortly as well. So I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes to get those in, but I'm still putting together the wheel. So yeah, anyway, guys, you guys continue talking about music and whiskey and stuff while I put together this huge wheel here. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. That had to be almost horrible.
Captain and Tennille.
Captain and Tennille. Good times.
My very first live show was Weird Al, and that guy is a goddamn genius, dude.
Isn't he though?
Oh, dude, he is
underrated.
A national treasure. The guy.
Although his movie is trash.
Dude, that movie was great. There wasn't like it was like, I mean, it was like perfect because it was so stupid. You know what I mean?
I feel like I shouldn't have watched it sober.
You know what you should watch is that movie UHF.
Oh, UHF is amazing.
That movie is a goddamn classic. It is so good.
They play the game Wheel of Fish.
Yeah, the Wheel of Fish.
You win absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so I like weird stuff, and the Weird Al, as the name implies, is all about the weird. So like, I think he's fantastic. Like, I love all any kind of weird comedy I'm into, or just weird stuff in general. And there is the stuff that Jacob is sending out, folks. So that's the stuff in addition to what I mentioned. So again, if you want extra entries for 11 samples, links in the description and all the stuff, PayPal, Cash App, all the things. Some folks have already put in, so yeah. If you want more entries, there you go. Keep going, folks. I'm sorry to interrupt again. I just saw the comment there, so.
Seeing some love for Weird Al in there.
Heck yeah. Favorite Weird Al song, folks?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Just because
Like a Surgeon.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I saw him live last year, probably about 6 months ago. He came around this area, and he did like all of his own songs. He did the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. I think that one's fantastic. It's not a parody song. It's like his own, So the whole tour that he did, it was just all his own original music. And I just forgot how many awesome songs he has on his own, there's some good ones in there, man.
I thought Lasagna was good.
Yeah.
How about Living in the Fridge, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. What about Smells Like Nirvana, man? Yeah. Love that one, dude, with the guitar that's all.
So many good ones.
Do you guys know the story about how he got permission to do the Nirvana song? Weird Al, apparently he called Kurt Cobain and he said, "Hey, I want to do a parody of Smells Like Teen Spirit." And Kurt Cobain was like, "Yeah, sure, that's cool, dude." And he's like, "Wait, it's not going to be about food, is it?" And Weird Al was like, "No, it's going to be about how nobody can understand your lyrics." And he was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." I just picturing Weird Al and Kurt Cobain talking on the phone. That just
that is a.
I always love that, man.
Imagine if he had done that song live and Kurt had come out.
For sure.
Now, I would have loved to have seen a
man.
duet. That would have been fantastic.
With Weird Al with the blonde wig on.
What?
I will say the first half of the Weird Al movie was good, but once it started getting into the whole like Pablo Escobar situation, I was like,
No, it got weird. You know, I have newfound respect for that Harry Potter guy as an actor. He's pretty good. Daniel Radcliffe. But yeah, crazy, man. That was real over the top for sure, that movie.
I think I went into it thinking it was actually going to be like not a parody of all of these.
Yeah, like an actual biopic.
I actually thought it was going to be a biopic, and then like if I had gone into it knowing it was going to be a parody of a biopic, like I probably wouldn't have had such a bad reaction to it. But I was like, what the hell is going on here? I was just so confused for half the movie. Like, I don't understand. None of this sounds right. All of this is confusing.
Hey, Christina, thank you. You're cool too.
As I said, some of the coolest people.
Your mom.
Even the nights I'm not drinking, these are so much fun to hang out in and just chat with everybody.
Yeah,
I need to get the not drinking on lives down pat, John. Maybe you could give me some pointers.
I have problems with those every once in a while too. So,
well, the thing is, he's not drinking on other people's lives, so there's that.
True. I'm having some issues with the way that my Patreon list is populating on my computer. Is it showing every Patreon that's ever been a Patreon, which is not very helpful because a lot of those are not still active. So I'm having to sort through them. I don't know why it's doing that. So I'm sorry this is taking longer than expected, folks. It normally does not do that, but I don't know if Patreon changed something in their update. Anyway, I'll sort through it manually. Keep on doing what you're doing. You guys are great.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here drinking fake beer. It's a good time.
Fake beer. That's what I need. I need some NA beer to.
Yeah, here you go, dude. Budweiser Zero, man. It's sponsored by me.
See, Shredword is so cool that it's not like Budweiser Zero has to sponsor him. He is sponsoring Budweiser Zero.
Speaking of Patreon, I got a really cool package in the mail today.
Very nice.
Hey, Jug Life.
Nice.
Yeah, I showed up today. It's a second metal coin I got. I've got one from Whiskey Trout too.
Oof. Christina's 303 is doing shots of Maker's.
Ooh.
Good stuff.
Well, you don't have to do shots, though, you know.
Yeah.
Some people are a little more civilized at times, but Maker's Mark is a good shooter. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just standard Makers, then it kind of deserves to be shot.
Yeah,
but
I don't want to taste it anyway. Just get it down, for sure.
It deserves to be taken out behind the barn and shot.
Yeah.
The way Sean said that deserves to be shot. I'm like, all right.
Yes, it's No, I love everything that's not standard Makers. I like the 101. I like the 46. Well, the new bottle of 46 is.
Yeah,
but
I agree with Jake there. No weeders, except for I like a Weller 107 on occasion. Not going to hate on that.
So you don't like the larceny barrel proofs? No, not your thing.
Which one? Oh, the larceny. No, I have two. I think I have the B520 and C921. I'm not. I tried. I mean, I put them on ice. I put a little bit of water in there. It just tastes like hot. I don't like it, man. I don't know. I do like, when it comes to barrel proofs, Stag Junior, ECBP, of course. Like that's more my jam. I guess maybe just barrel proof weeders are just not my thing.
Yeah, I got you. Which larcenies do you have?
I think I have the B520 and the C921.
Okay, I can see how you would not enjoy the C921. It's all right. My favorite that year was the B521. We've been talking about it for a while. I need to send you a bunch of stuff, so I'll add that to the list. And cheers, Saucy. What's up, man? Good to see you.
You know what I do like? I have one bottle of Old Fitz that I found at retail. It was like $99, and I pulled the trigger on it just because I never thought I'd see another one at retail, and I haven't ever. It was the 8-year Old Fitz. That one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've got a 9-year that I enjoy pretty much. Yeah, I think I've got 3 or 4 Maker's picks, but I like more higher rye bourbons.
Yeah, for sure. That Old Fitz that I have, it kind of tastes like a raspberry mamba. You know those candies?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one note I always get on it. I've never got that on anything else.
I went ahead and poured some more of that Taos.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
You're liking it, huh?
I do.
We'll have to get in contact with Jacob to get some more.
So that's New Mexico MGP?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Jacob, if you don't mind to fill in again what the deal is. But so it's to my knowledge, it's sourced MGP, done in New Mexico. And I don't know if they do anything special with it. I don't know if they age it more there, what the case. Again, Jacob, he knows all the things. But I guess the distilleries are like in the process of closing down or whatever the situation is. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of murky.
They're not buying more MGP, but they're not making their own. So I think they're just going to be in business until their stock sells out.
Probably. Yeah.
That's what I gathered from what Jacob said earlier.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
I do prefer the weeded whiskeys. I'm not a big rye fan. So that's kind of where I sit on the whole whiskey section.
What would you say is your favorite of like the Weller line?
I really like my CYPB.
Oh, damn. Okay. I've never tried that. That's the one I haven't tried. I've tried all besides the single barrel and the CYPB. I've tried all the other ones, but not those two. The foolproof was pretty good, but it was a little too hot, I think.
Yeah, it's a little too hot. I like the 107 more than the foolproof.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll usually, this sounds weird, but I'll pour some foolproof and put a little bit of special reserve in it just to tame down the heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I like making a poor man's pappy too. That was the only reason I bought Weller 12 when I found it. I think I bought it for like 100, 110, 120 or something like that, which is stupid for Weller 12 because it's really not worth that. But I only bought it so I could mix it with the 107 that I had. And I think it was worth it in that, just to make that blend.
yeah, I do
Pretty
like
solid.
my poor man's pappy I have. I keep that in a decanter.
Let me see if I can
on standby.
Let me see if I can find that bottle here real quick. Hang on a sec.
And then we get to see the nice picture of him in the leather jacket. There we go.
here it is. That's the
Hey,
trying to block out the.
Heck
he
yeah.
is a national treasure.
Yeah. Damn it! Hang on.
What
There we
bottle
go.
is that?
It's poor man's Pappy. It's
No, I
it's
mean
an
like
old-
what's the?
it's a Knob Creek single barrel.
Gotcha.
There you go. Good stuff,
just-
man.
I thought it was appropriate for Frank because he wouldn't drink anything like too crazy, you know.
Yeah.
There was one guy that was pretty cool when I was a kid. He had a hook arm. He played harmonica. Pretty cool dude. He liked Weller, and this was like years ago, so it wasn't like it was super it wasn't super tatery back then. It was the old kind of squat bottles.
Nice.
Yeah, he would get Weller at the beginning of the month when he got his check, and then would get other cheaper things later on, but that first of the month bottle would be Weller.
Yeah,
Nice.
they were 60-40. Is asking about the blending ratios. I do 60% 107, 40% 12. Seems to be, I've never done it any other way. I just know that that's what I read online, so I've been doing it that way. I know some people do it like 50-50, but I don't know. I don't have that much 12 left, so I'm trying to save it.
So how do you like it though? Like, is it?
I do. I think I like it just a bit more than 107, and I definitely like it more than 12 on its own.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because
I think
12 is kind of thin.
Yeah, I think the 12 kind of adds a little bit of body to the 107. Kind of takes away a little bit of the heat because it's a lower proof,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, just it's really, it balances it out more, I would say. I don't know, but I think it's great, man. Would I
Cool.
buy 12 again at that price? Hell no. But I can't find 107 anywhere in this area. When I did find it, it was like, I think 65 the first time I ever found it. So I just pulled the trigger and bought it. And then the 12, I think it was like 110, 115, something like that. But
Jacob's drinking
$200
some real
to
heavy
make
stuff
that.
tonight.
Oh, damn.
Nice. Yeah, he
Dylan
sent me
knows
some
that
ODB, and I kind of did some time traveling after drinking it.
Yeah, I don't
What do
have
you mean,
enough old
ODB?
Dragon Bones
There
to
you
just drink.
Oh, old dragon.
Whatever.
All right.
Yeah, he
Like
sent me
Old Dirty
2
Mac.
ounces, and one night on Livewire a week ago, I drank half of it. And yeah,
Nice, dude.
I was feeling pretty good after that.
You really can't not feel good after that.
No, I mean, like everybody said, the first sip or two was hot, but once it opened up, oh my God, that was so sweet.
Mm-hmm. I'm saving that for my special occasion whiskey because it is so good. I don't even like rye. It's so good though.
For sure.
Is it a finished rye? What is that? I'm not familiar with that one.
16-year-old
was
cast
double
strength
barreled.
rye.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's hazmat. Yeah,
Damn, like
Yeah,
140.
hazmat.
like 147.
Yeah, 147.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And-
this is from Storytime.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's the,
He said, what, he had a 16-year-old, and then this year will be a 17-year-old?
I'm
They're
gonna
just-
have to get in on that this year. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I have to get another one.
that's crazy, man.
That's the
The
only
only-
way I'll start drinking the one I have is if I have a backup because it is just so good.
It's a double barrel rye, and I just, the level of sweetness on it is just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I got that that Corbin Cash. I won it on Bobby's stream a couple
Yeah, I
weeks back.
saw that. That's awesome.
That thing is awesome, man. It's I've never had 100% rye before trying that,
Mhm.
but it's really solid, man. It's got a whole nother. It doesn't taste like any rye I've ever had for sure.
Mhm.
Really good though.
Shred, did you get the standard release or did you get? I forget which one you got.
It was the 1917. the
Okay.
barrel proof.
Yeah. So I have the 8-year version of that coming, which I'm going to be sending out here soon.
Nice.
So I'll also get you some of that as well. So I'm curious.
That's the one that so Bobby got 2 bottles when he ordered that 1917 that I got, and he ordered the it's like a single barrel, like a pick that they did, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he has the 6 and the 8. I have the 8 coming.
Nice. I definitely wanted to try those. I'm gonna try to meet up with him out there in Merced. It'd take me like 2.5 hours or so to get there from where I live. And I was gonna try to meet up with him and possibly Independent Joe.
Yeah, man, Bobby's good people, and Joe too. But I'm so happy that Bobby turned me on to Corporate Cash, because man, that stuff is phenomenal. It's my favorite right now. So
really good, yeah. The sweet potatoes, man. That's the secret.
Well, I mean, there's none in that though.
No, I mean like the soil they grow the rye on.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's on a sweet potato farm or something like that.
Yeah, it's the winter cover crop.
Somehow it's getting down in there.
So they dig up all the sweet potatoes and then they plant the rye in that soil, and it somehow, I don't know.
Magic is happening.
Yeah, it's
magic.
The question is it the kind of magic that white people are allowed to be involved in? No, because like David's white, and although his last name is Hispanic, so maybe he's okay. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
Are you talking about David Blaine? That guy is awesome.
I'm sorry, it's still just like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That is really good,
man. Magic appropriation, or what was it? I forget who said it, but anyway.
I forget what he said too. Oh man, that was great.
Oh, was it magical appropriation?
That's it, something like that. All right, I think. Wait a second. No, I don't have Sierra. I have to get Sierra in here, or else I would be a very bad host.
I'm like.
So if some of the sweet potato leaches into the rye, could that be called tater magic then? And I'll see myself out.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, that seems accurate as well. I think that's fine.
From what I've heard, though, I want to get a bottle of that sweet potato liqueur and taste it.
It's really different. So, John, I mean, you sent me a bottle. I need to send you some stuff, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I can't promise you're going to like it. It's kind of weird.
I mean, you want to try it first and see what it's like.
What I do like is the blend of their 90 proof Merced rye and that. Like that combined it's pretty interesting. Like it makes her. I have a little. This is actually my wife's favorite whiskey. As you can see, it's pretty much gone.
Nice. That's just the. Is that a 90 proof?
I think it's lower. No, it is 90. Yeah. So that's the potato liqueur and the Merced rye blended.
That's crazy. I didn't know they did that.
All right. I think.
How does that compare to Balcones?
Totally different. I would say Balcones is better in my opinion, but you have to have some balls to drink that. So,
yeah. Man, I don't know.
It makes sense why I don't really like it then.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, like Balcones is like a punch in the mouth. There's no way around it. Like it's not, it's not an easy sipper. It's the opposite. Like that's why I love it.
Take you out for dinner first.
No, it's going in raw.
Full corn cob on that one, dude. Yeah.
No, I mean it is the opposite of the Buffalo Trace profile, which is why I love it. Because Buffalo Trace I generally find uninteresting. Unless unless you're talking BTAC, which how often do you ever see those? So,
Yeah.
but outside of that, like generally, most of the stuff from Buffalo Trace I just find kind of boring, and Balcones is like the opposite of that. It's just like you're not going to be bored. You may not like it, but you won't be bored.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, so I finally got the first wheel together. It took a while because I had to add in like comments and stuff and make sure I got everybody. So I think I got everybody now. I should have thought this out better and maybe got the wheel ready beforehand. That's my bad. Nonetheless, here's the first wheel for all the samples. I believe I got everybody, and I believe I got all the extra entries and all that stuff. I think we're all in now. I'm just going to double check one more time. PayPal is asking me for my password. Fantastic. Great timing on that. It didn't earlier the first 3 times I checked it, but that's fine. We'll do it now. Okay. So yeah, good there, I believe.
You want to check it a little too often. This is getting suspicious.
It must be. That must be what it is. And Cash App, as soon as the wheel stops spinning. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Yeah,
right.
Still living in the woods is saying, like, I like all those things too, but I really don't like any Texas whiskey I've ever tried.
Yeah, he's right. There's a lot of black coffee notes on Texas whiskey. There's no doubt about that. Except this. The single malt, I don't really get a lot of that. This is the lightest of the Texas whiskeys, and also it's my favorite. I just think it's really interesting. There's no other whiskey I can think of that has that profile.
What did you think of the that peated sample that Mark sent you?
Oh, the Andalusia?
No, the peated Balcones single malt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no. I like it enough that I'm asking him to get me a bottle. So
yeah, I'm loving that bottle. It's like cherrywood barbecue smoked.
Yeah, man. It's
so good.
Man. All right.
It is excellent. Yeah. I would say.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Sierra.
I have a cherry wood smoked whiskey from Ranger Creek. It's very good.
Okay.
I have a cherry wood.
This was it's the Balcones single malt, but it's peated cast strength.
Yeah.
And the peat comes across as cherry wood smoke. It's so good.
They're doing some great stuff down there in Texas. I'm considering moving. Anyway, all right. So folks, this is for the samples. If you don't see your name on this spinning wheel here, please let me know. I'm not going to mix it up until you make sure we're good. I think I got everybody, but there's a lot of names, and like I said, I had to go through comments and extra add-ins due to people wanting extra entries. So I feel like I got everybody and all your entries, but if you feel like you don't have enough or you're not on there, please let me know. But there is the wheel. It's a good-looking wheel. And thank you, all you Patreons. You guys are amazing. Two of them on screen right now. You guys are great. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight and helping us get that 25. So now we can give away this bottle. That'll be next year. That'll be an easier wheel to make because it's just one of each of these names. So I'll just delete all the doubles off this wheel and then we'll be good to go. Anybody not seeing their name? If not, we're going to spin. So last call. No whammy. Okay.
Wheel of fish. Let's go.
All right. Nobody's complaining about not being on here, so we are spinning. Let's get a winner for these 11 samples. Let me shuffle first. Lots of shuffling. There we go. That seems good and mixed up. All right, here we go. Spinning for 11 samples here. Let's get it. And 210.90. How about that?
All right.
All right. Well,
nice.
Cheers, guys. Didn't see him tonight, but that's all right. They're going to be getting a lot of stuff. Me and Jake are both friends with them, so that'll be easy enough on us to get those over to them. Those Maryland boys. Congrats, guys. Appreciate you. But now let me you guys keep talking. Let me delete all the extras here.
So you just gave Todd and Andy an entire episode's worth of material.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe two. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. 11. I doubt they're going to go through 11 in one night. They might. It'll be fun to watch if they do.
Yes.
Let me sort. There we go. I need extras out. I guess I don't need to share this part. It's probably not that interesting to watch. Let me unshare for a second here. What's everybody sipping on now? Oh, is AZ dipping out? Yeah, cheers to AZ. Appreciate you, brother.
Have a good night, Chad.
What are we sipping on, people?
I'm gonna pour some more of that Maker's Mark. Can't stop the beaver.
That's right. You cannot. You cannot stop the beaver.
Hey, I've got a question about weeded bourbons for you guys. Have you ever successfully blended a weeder with a rye bourbon, like creating your own kind of like 4-grain? And like, if so, was it worth drinking at all?
I've never tried, actually.
I've never tried that, no.
I'm
I
not a
did
big
it,
rye
and
fan. I'm not gonna ruin my
didn't work
weeders
out.
like that.
I felt the other way around, like the weeder ruined my rye.
Hey, that's
Like,
why they've got different kinds for
where's
different
the
people.
spice?
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like, I would be curious what a really kind of dark noted, say, makers would be like with like a high rye balcones, because it would just be like black coffee and caramel. I may have to try that.
I think I blended in Maker's cask strength with something else. I forget. I don't know, maybe Smoke Wagon or something like that. This was a while ago, so I don't recommend it. I know that.
No,
Don't do Smoke Wagon Uncut and Maker's cask strength. No,
there
no
you
good.
go. What's this? I would never befoul my rye whiskeys with weed.
Yeah.
Fair. It's fair. Yeah, I mean, so I like weeders, but they're not generally my favorite. Like occasionally, like Larceny Barrel Proofs will put out one that I really enjoy, but that's usually the ones that do it. Like there's always a weeder that makes it into my whiskeys of the year, but only one, well, like, so not last year, year before, Larceny B521 won. That was my number one whiskey of the year. But that was a one-off. Is like, as far as Larcenies go, like that thing was just crazy. But yeah, where are you guys? So I know, Sierra, I know you're pretty big on weeders. Yeah, you have like the whole Weller flight, literally.
I do.
Not many people can say that.
The only one I'm missing is the orange single barrel. That's the only bottle I'm missing, but I don't feel like I'm missing out on much.
Yeah. I had it at a bar one time, and you know, like Buffalo Trace, it like their single barrels vary so widely that it's really hard for me to pull the trigger on any of them.
I get that.
So, I mean, and I guess all single barrels do. I guess I'm probably being unfair to Buffalo Trace by saying that statement, but I mean, because I've had some Blantons that were great, and I've had some Blantons that I thought could probably cost $20, and that'd be the fair price.
So gone to the ancient age 10-star.
Yeah,
I found the two Larcenies that I have. I have the A121 and the B520.
Okay,
I think I like the A121 better, but I just really don't enjoy
the
it. The
A121 is darker from memory. I don't think I have any more of the B520 left. I feel like that's gone. If I do,
right.
It's down behind my barrel. What's that?
It smells pretty damn good. But the the B520, I just remember being hot nuts. Really, you know.
Right. Okay.
People are into that.
Yeah.
Some people like a good hot nut. All right, you know.
Kind of whiskey to share in a parking lot.
Yeah. Some people, especially, love it in their mouth. So, oh no, what are we doing?
Hot peanuts, man. Hot peanuts. I'm not that good.
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I've had.
I do remember the A121. It kind of has like a Snickers bar. If it had like some kind of like cinnamon sprinkle on it, like it was really caramely and like nutty. But yeah, pretty damn good. You know, it was just way too. I never could get past the heat that it brought.
But now that you've given it some time, maybe that's kind of died down.
No, it's been open for at least a year and a half now. I've got
Still going strong, huh?
still going strong, man. I got at least 2/3 of a bottle here. Add that to the wheel, man. Throw it on there. Samples coming out.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm not drinking it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, so here's what we're gonna do. So not only if you're serious, Shred, then we'll certainly do that.
Yeah, man.
So not only are you getting so you're getting all kinds of weeders then. So not only are you getting this FE-02, which I think is fantastic. My favorite, other than the Larceny Barrel Proof B521, which I couldn't get an extra bottle of. But this was my second favorite weeder of 2021. So if you're into weeders, this thing is pretty dang good. Full bottle of that, plus you're getting
I'll give a 2-ounce sample at A121.
There you go. Good stuff.
14.8.
Freaking sweet, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so I feel like I got rid of all the duplicates now. Just double checking. Yeah. All right. So new wheel. Here we go. And again, Patreons, thank you so much. You guys are the best. I truly appreciate the support because honestly, you guys are the real support of this channel. Like YouTube, it doesn't give me jack. Like it's almost not even worth being monetized. You guys are the support. Like you guys are doing the heavy lifting. So thank you so much. You guys are the best. So here we go. Here is the Patreon wheel for this bottle. And we're also getting a sample from Shred. So freaking sweet.
Yeah, man. Pouring it right now.
Again, if you don't see your name, please let me know. I feel like I got everybody, but in case I deleted too much one time or something, double check these nuts.
There you go.
Heck yeah, man.
I want to sample of hot nuts.
I love me some bullet peanuts, especially the spicy ones. Oh, those are the best. Not good with whiskey though. They're not good with whiskey. What's that, John?
Woods.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Bad woods.
There it is.
There we go. There's the sample. Let me solo Shred here for a second.
Poured it out.
Nice.
Look at that.
2-ouncer of Larceny A121.
Friggin' sweet, man. All right.
Did I get zoomed in or something? What the hell happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess everyone sees their name, so we're spinning. Here we go. Thank you again, Patreons. You guys are the best. Appreciate you very much. Here we go. Somebody's getting a bottle and a sample. Let's get it. And it's Templar by a hair.
All right.
Good stuff, man. Almost Chris Tats. That would have been costly. I would have had to save that till Tats got to the States. I'm not shipping a bottle to Australia. But congrats, Templar. Appreciate you, man. And appreciate all you Patreons. You guys are awesome. Now we can just talk whiskey and yeah. Now we got all the wheels done. That's right. Templar is an OG, man. I remember back in the day, it was like Woods, me, AZ, Templar, Dimetron, and Charles, man. That was the crew. It was just like me and Charles on screen and like 3-4 people in chat. And that was it for like 2-3 months.
Yeah, I think I found your channel when I think you were on Livewire one night. So I started watching you. I missed Charles. Charles was entertaining.
I'm trying to pull him back. He's just been so busy. Charles is my dude. Like he's one of my favorite people I've met through this Whiskey Tube thing. Like he's a great guy. And so next week, I haven't really officially announced this, but why not here? So next week we're going to be doing the 1500 stream celebration, and going to be giving away this bottle right here. Getting rid of my other small batch because I don't necessarily appreciate it that much, and hopefully it goes to somebody that does. So so that's what next week will be, and I'm going to try and get Charles on because like me and Charles have been chatting, and like he thinks he's going to have time, so hopefully I can pull him on stream for that, and hopefully all you great people will be here, and then it's going to be a party, so it's a celebration.
Do you have his contact info so I can get the sample out to him?
Oh, Templar, yeah.
Templars, yeah.
I'll text to you later, Shrek, because I have to go into Patreon and go through my messages and I have it though, yeah. Just remind me, and I'll text it to you. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really hoping Charles can make it because like Charles is the whole reason I got into lives, like because I had no interest in doing lives, and then Charles was like, oh, it's easy, man. So and then I hopped on a bunch of lives with him, and then I did a live, and my first live, for those of you that were there, it was horrendous. The internet was terrible. The camera was bad. Everything was bad. All of it was bad. And then, you slowly get better at things, and it's still pretty bad, but it's better than it was. But man, Charles, he's my dude. Yeah. Love Charles. Charles and B, if I ever make it out there to California, I'm going to spend a lot of time drinking with those boys. I know that. I plan to be there. Yeah, and Charles has been in chat a couple of times. Charles has been really busy. If you know Charles at all, you know that he does important work and keeps him very busy. So, but he's finally getting a little bit of free time. So hopefully, I remember when the internet. Yeah. So the time I was a guest on my own stream because I couldn't. My internet couldn't handle me being on screen, so I was just in chat. Good times. Yeah. Thankfully, we got some fiber optic here in middle of nowhere, Kentucky. So yeah, man. No more of that. They're laying new fiber optic down at the highway someday soon. I will be able to drop in. Heck yeah, man. That'd be awesome. Where are we at, guys? What are we sipping on right now? I just poured a little bit more of the Heaven Hill Bib because I'm trying to get this thing to open up. So far, I'm not super impressed, but it's all right. It's cool for $45.99. What do we got in glass? You still on the larceny there, Shred?
No, I'm still on the fake beer. I'm on the weekend off here.
And Cierra, what do you got going on?
No.
Can't stop the beaver, man.
Yeah? Are you liking it? Is it growing on you?
I like it.
Okay. So Steven said that he got a little bit of a nail polish note on the back end. So hopefully you're not getting that. If you're not, then great.
No, not really getting that.
But that's the great thing about whiskey is everybody gets a different experience, which is why I love it. So what notes are you getting, would you say? Sorry to put you on the spot here.
I'm not really great with notes. I was trying to
okay.
be, but it's real deep for a weeder. Like it's not super bready. It's just pretty dense.
Yeah,
And it's a little harsh, but like in a good way.
exactly.
It's not, it's like the FAE 02. Like the 02 is harsher than the 01, but doesn't make it bad. It's got more oomph behind it.
Sometimes you need that. You need a little oomph. Yeah. This Heaven Hill bib. Let's see who won. Who won the samples? He'll be over. That's right, Todd. They're not here. Yeah, I'm curious if Todd and Andy have had this. There's a little bit of a sour note on the back. Anybody else had the Heaven Hill bib in chat or on panel now?
No.
Like it's all right. It's the finish is not my favorite. It's a little bit sour oak, kind of.
The Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some of that.
Yeah, I mean it's
got it changed a lot on me. I've gone through about a half a bottle, and it I didn't really like it at first, and then one night I really enjoyed it, and kind of it's got some funk on it though, like some barrel funk.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, there's fresh crack tonight, so I'm trying to get it down to the
almost
neck.
It's almost earthy, kind of like a potting soil kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sour potting soil. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. No, that once it opened up though, like I had a couple of pours before I had that, and then I really started enjoying it. Like it's got like a really nice kind of caramely finish, I think. But yeah, I haven't had that one for a while, but it's one of those kind of mood pours, you know.
Oh right. So Woods, I'm deep into the weeds here already, but I meant to get to your samples tonight. I will. So I know I cracked one open. What did I have? I had no. Is this yours? This doesn't feel right. Now this is that's Great Shots. I have a lot of samples. I apologize. Oh, that's right. I had the Rebecca's Creek from you, which was great. I need to find one. So that's one of the bottles I need to talk to you about. But then you're saying Glenlivet 15 French Oak. No, not that one. Blue Note. Oh, it's Blue Note. How did I not realize you sent me a Blue Note? I'm looking forward to that Blue Note. I love me some Blue Note.
Blue Note is pretty good.
Jacob just got a Blue Note for himself there. There it is. Okay. And we got Trish in the house.
Hi.
The great lady that made my logo possible. How are you, Trish?
I'm good. I just want to say hi real quick. So, I've been lurking all night watching you guys.
Cool. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it.
How you been, doing, Sierra? I'm good. Drinking wine, of course. So, yeah.
What do we drink?
Red or the white?
Red.
The only wine that should exist.
Yeah.
What do you got in your glass?
My box wine, you know.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good actually. It's like the Cabernet, like the bourbon barrel aged one, the Boda box. That one's pretty good. And then
I love those.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
The Boda box is pretty good. Pretty much most of them, except for like the red blend is yucky, but you know. I'm out of my bourbon game. I haven't been drinking enough bourbon. So
no, I like a cab aged in bourbon barrels. Those are great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. So.
That sounds better than this fake beer I'm drinking, that's for sure.
So Shredder, are you just like on a dry week? Is that why we're doing this?
Yeah. It's been last weekend I went a little too heavy, so I just decided to take this weekend off, you know. But
Hey,
I
that's good.
still, you know, I mowed the lawn outside, and I was like, oh my god, I need a cold beer right now. So I got this fake ass LaCroix Budweiser.
What? Budweiser Zero? I've never seen that.
It's 0 calories.
Somehow it's a thing.
And not 0 calories, 0 alcohol. Sorry, it has 50 calories because it's still some kind of malt water crap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you're never going to get rid of calories in a grain product.
Malt
Mm-mm.
water.
no, that's for sure. Malt water crap. It's like a LaCroix, but beer flavored. You know.
Okay.
Artificial beer flavor.
Beer flavor.
And, yeah, I'm really selling it. It's delicious.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Well, you know, we'll pray for you, Shred.
That's all right.
Or whatever.
You don't have to.
I think you should just like go with the LaCroix. They're probably better.
Yeah, it probably would be. Yeah.
That's
But I mean,
what
if you've already bought them, might as well.
that's what I started my stream with.
I've had this before.
I had a buble with some grape juice in it, which is pretty good together, actually.
Don't those have? Do they have
Nice.
caffeine in them? Is that the ones that have caffeine?
Not the bubles. I couldn't drink them if they did. My heart would explode. So
Yeah, I don't do caffeine, so. But I
Unless,
don't like sparkling water. Like I don't like LaCroix or anything.
That's
No.
why I can't do any of those energy drinks, or my heart rate will start doing this.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
crazy.
exactly.
I see people chugging monsters at work, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
Oh,
my
no.
son
Yeah,
will
no
drink
way.
like
Coffee.
two Red Bulls a day. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'd be dead. Clearly.
yeah, I have my one large
I just-
coffee, and that's it.
I
That's
can't
yeah,
even get
same
through
here,
coffee.
man. I make my coffee so strong though, man. It's like you could stand the spoon up in it, man.
Oh man.
So when-
See,
whenever
that's how I like coffee, Shred. But I just like my heart can't handle that amount of caffeine.
Like
so.
after like a quarter of a cup, my heart's like going. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
It's
I
pretty bad.
I like a good dark roast though, so I don't the
Me
lighter
too.
roast I don't really like because it makes me feel all cracked out because the lighter roast always have more caffeine, you know. So
Oh really?
I go for
I
like a
did-
super dark roast, yeah.
I did not
That's
know
what that's
that.
what I want too. I only like the flavor of dark roast.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
just-
realize
I
the
drink
lighter one has
Pete's
more caffeine. Hmm.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
think it's just something like when they roast it, the longer it's roasted, the less caffeine it has, something like that.
I didn't know that.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
So maybe if I get something that's just completely burnt, it would have no caffeine. but I
Yeah,
can
just
enjoy it.
just put some fire on
So
it.
get
man.
some
Just
Starbucks.
get out the blowtorch. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't even like that's the thing. I make my coffee so strong. If I go to Starbucks or anything like that, it's like, what am I drinking? Just
Like
water?
tea.
It's not even
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like my coffee in the morning is just so thick, man. I can't go anywhere else to get my coffee. Like
Do you
I
put
just
cream
feel like
in
I'm
it
being ripped
too?
off everywhere else.
You don't
I
put
do
cream?
a little bit of
Okay.
cream. I put some honey in there sometimes.
Honey
Not all the time, but
and coffee.
yeah. Just like a
So-
spoonful of honey.
My brother-in-law, he has like the whole machine with the tamping and all the stuff, you know. Like he's Italian, so he's really big in the like real coffee. Like he's like bags imported from all over the world, and like he's
Real espresso.
yeah, like he is legit stuff. And that's the only time I drink coffee because it's like it's worth the anxiety attack. And also he has like this imported like dark chocolate syrup, and so just like a touch of that in there with black coffee, oh, it's the best thing in the world.
Oh, that
It's-
sounds great, man.
That sounds
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good.
I can do coffee maybe once a month, like an actual whole cup, but that's about it. So I like the ritual of it though. I need something warm when I wake up, but I just can't drink a whole cup. So
yeah.
I waste a lot of coffee, a lot of coffee and cream. It's pretty bad.
Just pop that Boda box in the microwave and you're ready to go.
Yeah. No, I do that.
No.
Do not want it. It's already. I already drink it room temperature. I don't need it. Although mulled
Just
wine
hot-
actually
hot
is pretty
red
good. Like if you-
Well, room temperature is the right way to drink wine. People that put
Yeah.
wine in the fridge make me sad.
yeah.
I do like a chilled white wine though. If I'm drinking,
Oh,
white
yeah,
wines, I
white,
like
of
it
course.
a little cold.
Yeah. But white wine, that gives
For
me a
sure.
headache. So I can't drink it. It's like too much sugar. I don't do sugar. So
I like a good
Too much.
rosé every now and then. That's
oh,
not-
yeah.
nothing-
Rosés are good.
The
I
most
like a
manly
rosé
of all the wines.
spritzer. Yeah. the rosé. A good spritz. It's good.
I just can't like, living. I drive through. On the way to work and back every day, I drive by probably 15 wineries. Like no
Really?
joke in the valley. Oh yeah, I mean I live in Sonoma County, so it's like
Oh my God.
every there's wineries between here and where I work. There's probably about 30 or 40, but I drive by like about 15 or so. They're just, I mean, it's like the bourbon trail, but like, for wine,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all there is. It's the big industry in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Just acres of grapes everywhere.
I would love it.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't really get into wine until maybe about 10 years ago or so, but I kind of went hard on that. My wife and I had a wine club membership, and we, buy different crazy wines all the time, and it kind of like helped me out. So when I really got into bourbon, it was like I kind of had that ability to like pick out different notes,
Right. Yeah.
because I'd been drinking so much wine before that.
I feel like people don't realize that, like wine drinkers like really can pick out like notes and stuff. But yeah,
totally. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities, between
there is
that kind of stuff.
for sure. But everybody's like, you guys are done. Like it's been a long night, huh, Sean?
Yeah, so what are we? Or I mean, we're just over 3 hours in, but
yeah, I was like, you started early.
we haven't went through a lot of stuff tonight though, and I tend to be heavy-handed on the pours. So
Nice.
I was watching between you and trying to watch Madness and seeing who's like going with all that.
Oh, so how did everybody do, Trish? You can give us the update.
Joe came in third, I think, or second, one of the two. So
yeah, so I was hoping Joe would.
The guy that won that one was the world's best whiskey taster guy that won the Bardstown one last year or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Matt,
Oh, wow.
I think his name's Mike. Is that Mike? Yeah. And then I didn't watch the last part of it, so I don't know who won out of all those.
Was he doing two different streams tonight?
Yeah.
He had different groups of people on. When I tuned in, around like 4:30 or 5 today, my time, and I saw that he had a couple on that I'd never seen before, and then he had what's his name from SLB?
Ludwig was on there, Big League.
Trenton.
Yeah, Big League was on there. Trenton from SLB was on there. Yeah, I didn't even recognize him without the glasses.
I had never seen that couple before, and she was a little hyper. Kind of bouncing around.
For sure.
Was it? Oh, I don't know who that is.
I've never seen before. Like Whiskey Written.
I've seen a couple of their, Whiskey Written or something like that. I've seen a couple of their videos. The YouTube algorithm got me, so I clicked on their videos a while back. But I haven't seen much. I think they're more of like an Instagram thing, and I don't have any kind of social media besides YouTube. So.
I tell you, Shred, if we're not for this whiskey tube thing, I wouldn't either, man. Like I have an Instagram, and I don't know when the last time I put a thing on there was. 2 months ago.
My band has an Instagram, but I don't even know who's running it right now. I don't think anyone in my band.
Yeah.
Like,
someone should run my Instagram because I'm not doing it well.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm horrible with
Instagram.
Instagram.
I don't know. I know that like nobody in my band is on Facebook any longer, and we have an Instagram, but I don't even know how to get into that. So we got some pictures of us on there. Check it out.
What do people use nowadays? Because I feel like Facebook, like there's so many people just like leaving that. Like there's got to be something else that people are going to. I just don't know. Is it Snapchat?
TikTok, probably.
No,
It's
I would
all
never
TikTok,
do
I'm
TikTok.
sure.
Yeah, it is honestly. Like so
Yeah.
so
It really
Bobby
is,
Bobby Bad Axe Bourbon, like he has exploited TikTok and he is pulling people over like crazy. Like
Really?
he's telling me all the time, and like I know I should do that. I don't have the drive to do it, so I don't.
If you can't Instagram, how are you gonna do TikTok?
Exactly. Yeah, and also
It seems like very involved.
I'm not about the shorts. Like I can't get into the shorts. Like Bobby, he can do shorts and make it exciting. I can't. I'm just not. I like a standard review.
Something, man. Just hit the table with something, dude.
Like I mean, I got my big
bat around or something.
I got my big machete thing here somewhere.
There you go. Yeah, start chopping, man. Just start.
Just don't chop anything off while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Please.
Do like a metal theme short.
Yeah.
Like
man.
I mean,
how about you light something on fire, dude? There you go. Like blow fire.
I mean, so
like
I had an idea. This was like I don't know, a year and a half ago. But the problem is because of the way politically things are now, like it wouldn't work. But I thought about shooting bottles that I don't like. That would get demonetized immediately. Like it would just like instantly demonetized.
Sorry, my dog's barking at my cats.
Oh, you're fine, Trish. Dogs are welcome here.
Man,
my cats are fighting, so I'll be right back.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, you know,
last time I checked, this was America. You can't shoot a whiskey bottle. What are we doing here?
You can't. You're right. You cannot shoot a whiskey. I mean, I live in Kentucky, so for those of you that are not familiar with Kentucky, let me explain to you where we're at gun-wise. I can go to my local flea market and buy a gun. Here's what the process involves. I hand the guy money, and he hands me a gun. That's the whole transaction.
You say hello.
That's awesome, man.
Like actually, I know the guy's name. I'm like, hey, Jim, what's the price on this 9mm? $350? Okay, thank you. It's like buying milk.
It must be nice to live in America, man.
I'm telling you, it's pretty kick-ass.
There's a channel called Kentucky Ballistics.
Yes, there is. That guy's great, by the way. He almost killed him. He almost killed himself, but
oh god.
I like when he had the elephant gun with the rope, and he's like 30 feet away trying to gently pull the rope.
Well, I mean, so when he almost killed himself, it was not his fault though. Like that was a manufacturer problem. He had kind of an experimental 50 cal that he shot. And apparently they did not thread the butt of the gun in properly. Like there wasn't enough threads to handle the pressure from the bullet. And so like it blew up on him.
Oh my God.
So I hope that he sued them because they should not be making guns. And it nearly killed him. Like the butt of the gun, which is just a solid steel chunk, like it's a chunk of steel shot into his chest and nearly killed him.
Man,
yeah. And like shrapnel like ripped his face up and like his chest and his arm, and like they like people that make guns, you should really know what you're doing if you make guns. Like don't just
what was the brand of that? Do you know?
It's been months since I watched that video, so I couldn't say offhand, but
there's some
but I mean, Leon was just talking about 50 cals. I'm like,
but I mean,
he used to shoot him in the Navy and stuff. So.
He posted the video of the blow up on YouTube. Like it's scary. Like it's some crazy stuff. Thanks. And like thankfully his dad was there. Like his dad is this camera guy, and so because of that, like his dad rushed him to the hospital and he lived. But if he hadn't been there, he would have died.
Damn,
that's scary.
But, you know, I mean, like, there's as much, like, risk in that as there is driving your car. You know, it's just like, how do you want to live your life? You can be scared of everything, or you can not. Life is life. It's all scary. So.
That's right, man.
Leon probably watches this channel, or my kids, or we have too many guns. we have too many. They say there's no too many. So like, I'm like,
I don't know what the number is. I can tell you that.
I know. I know what the price number is. That's my. Like, okay.
That's true. Well, so that's the other great thing about Kentucky is like my local flea market is pretty budget friendly.
I didn't know you could buy guns at a flea market though.
Not in every state, that's for sure. Kentucky is special in that way.
You might be able to in Alabama. I mean, I know they used to have like.
Alabama.
Well, that's why
You don't have any paperwork you have to sign or anything?
I don't know. Like
Where?
there used to be like gun
Kentucky.
shows would come
No.
for.
Really?
I mean, not at the flea market.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if I go to like a sporting goods store or something, there's a state form you have to fill out.
Yes, yeah. If you go to like Dunham's or I don't know if the other like I don't go there. So, like, but Dunham's is probably the big one around here. I don't know if Sports Authority is still a thing. Bass Pro Shop or any of those Cabela's, like all those guys. Then yeah, you have to fill out a state form and you have to do the waiting period and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I don't live in Russia, so.
We
Hey, I
have
got an
we
idea,
have
Sean.
raffles here for guns. Like people like sell raffle tickets.
Oh, same here.
Is it? I've never
That's
seen
an
it
idea
before, and
for
I was like, what?
I don't know if we're to that level. Oh, God.
Oh, here in
Serious.
Wisconsin, like
For
the
like
fire
some baseball
department will have a
teams. Yeah.
fish fry for the volunteer fire department. And they'll come around with the handguns and the cases like, here's what you can win tonight.
Nice.
Okay, there you go. So Jay
I-
says if you search Kentucky Ballistic, it's the first video that will come up. Yeah. That explosion is legit. Like that's some crazy stuff. Like that will.
Hey, Sean,
That's true.
Yeah.
I've got an idea what you could do instead of you were talking about bottles you don't like and what you could do to make shorts. I think you should rent a steamroller and just drive them over like in slow mo.
Do you know what the cost of that video would be?
Nah, I mean, how much is a steamroller to rent? It can't be that much, man.
Actually, they're quite expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll be worth it, man. You can get
They're
of
about
views.
$500-600 a day, and there's no cheaper way to rent them.
Yeah, you can pave your driveway while you're at it too.
And given how YouTube pays out, that video would have to go very viral to cover the cost of the steam.
Very.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. The $30 a month that I'm getting is not really going to cover the cost of steam. The cost of steamroller. Good times though. It would be good times. There's a few bottles that could
cool,
use a good steamrolling.
So you see somebody who's using a steamroller and you say, "Hey, how much would it take for me to like borrow your steamroller for just like 15 minutes?"
Yeah, first off, I'd have to like get them off of the fresh pavement that they're actually
Right.
working on, and like get them on some old pavement, and yeah,
and I'm sure it's a government vehicle, so
yeah. Which around here, I feel like I could probably talk a guy into that.
you probably could.
Yeah.
You probably could. I'm like, sure, no problem.
Like, hey, if I slip you a 20, could you run over some bottles?
Yeah.
They probably
Over
would.
for
Like,
me while I take a video.
oh man.
You might need
Or,
to sample the bottles up for him before he does it, though.
Well, yeah, I'd be good with that. I mean, these are
Go to a
bottles that
farm
need to be destroyed, so he can have all he wants.
Just throw it in a combine harvester or something, just go to a farm and just get crazy with it, man.
That would be
No.
dangerous. Like
Don't
glass
put glass
would slide
all
back
over.
at you.
I
Yeah.
was like, don't do that, please. I live like all around me is cornfields. So please don't do that.
You do not want to stand behind a combine. That you will get effed up.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's combines are crazy ass machines.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
the
you gotta do
fact
you
that
gotta
they
do
can
what you gotta do
harvest
for
corn
combine.
without tearing the corn ears apart is amazing to me. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't look like it would save anything. It looks like it would just devastate anything in front of it. But
You should
somehow,
see with, like the cotton like that they do. I'm like, oh my god.
yeah.
And so fast too. Like they'll just like go through it. And I'm like, okay.
That's like the corn pickers too.
Yeah,
Big knives, and they just pull the cobs off and just shred them.
it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, combines are that's a crazy machine. You do not want to be anywhere near one of those.
Not the wrong end of it.
No,
Anyway.
definitely not.
Mm-mm.
So I feel like we're deep in the night enough that I can talk about this.
Oh no!
So,
Oh,
back,
oh
so
no!
back in the day, I was really big into the faces of death or whatever.
You
Whatever
knew you're
the
still
video.
online, right?
Yeah. What was it? Face of the Death, or there was like two different names.
yeah.
I feel like people will be familiar with. And there was a short video of a guy getting hit by a combine. Oh, like you just
Wait,
become
you actually
confetti.
watched that? No. Okay. No.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Move. No thanks.
Mm-mm. I can't watch anything like that. I was so mad. Like the other day, I was watching Leon and I were watching like an Instagram reel. Like you can like watch the reels. Anyway, this poor little kid, like he was getting something down at Lowe's on one of those scissor lift from the top, and like it came down, and he put it looked like a refrigerator or something. Anyway, he was starting to get crushed. Like he was like in between. It was bad. So I was like, I can't watch this. Like it was horrible. I don't know how it ended. I hope he was alive, but I think he was getting crushed to death. I was like, why am I watching this? I can't see that.
Yeah. Or
It was horrible.
seeing somebody go through a jet engine on a big plane. That'll.
Okay, no. No, I can't.
Yeah.
The mom and me, I was like sick to my stomach from watching that. I was like, it was horrible because my kids use those freaking scissor lifts at work and stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god! I'm like, don't ever do this, please.
Honestly, like that would be worse than the two things I described, because like that's like the things I described is
No, it was like literally like crushing him. Like it was the screen. Anyway, it was bad. I wish I had never seen it, heard it, any of that.
You don't want to be crushed. That's not a good way to go.
And it was at Lowe's. I was like, oh shit. Anyway, it was bad. It was not good. So.
Oh, there you go. Jacob says he saw that video. Yeah.
What was it? A box of cushions? No, it wasn't a box of cushions.
I feel like it couldn't have been cushions.
No, like that guy was like, the kid was like.
Unless it's like the heaviest cushions on the planet.
Yeah, it was bad. It might have
been.
been like the patio furniture maybe or something, like anyway, it was a big box, but like he couldn't get it into the lift, so like it went like kind of like down sideways, but he was like under it with one shoulder. Anyway, it wasn't good. I did not like that, so I didn't see the end of it.
Hey Todd, cheers, buddy.
Hey Todd.
You were up late. What's up, man? Also, you are our Patreon winner tonight, so you have 11 samples coming your way. So yeah, cheers, man. Just shot 6 videos, so that means
Oh my gosh.
that means Andy can't drive. That's what that means. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you, man. Yeah, so you guys are here. Todd, I'll show you what you're winning. Hopefully you don't have this stuff. Some of this I feel like you probably do. So you're getting none for Andy. Todd says. Okay, so Chattanooga bottle. We're doing a whole bottle and bond flight. Chattanooga bottle and bond. Here, I should probably solo myself so you can actually see what the heck I'm showing you.
I'll be right back.
All right, Sierra. Chattanooga bottle and bond right there. Then the new Bardstown Origin bottle and bond. I feel like I'm almost certain you have this. Then, if I can stop hitting bottles. Then Heaven Hill bottle and bond. Man, it's so blown out. The white just does not do well. And then I've got an E.H. Taylor, of course, always bottle and bond. The small batch, and then the single barrel, of course, both bottle and bond. And then also for me, where did my box go? Then Rebel, the old Rebel Yell 10-year, and then the new Rebel without the L 10-year. And then Jacob threw in 4 samples as well of another E.H. Taylor, Weller Foolproof, and some other stuff. So you guys are going to get a bunch of samples. Yeah, so you guys will have plenty of stuff to, not that you don't, you have plenty of stuff already, but yeah. So maybe you guys can turn that into a live or whatever you guys want to do with it. But either way, you guys won that. And yeah, good stuff, man. Cheers, buddy. Woods. So going through this Glenlivet 15-year French oak, 80 proof. It's very floral.
Did you say floral?
Yeah.
I said squirrel.
That's what I thought I heard.
Okay, I was like squirrel.
Like, this is
Okay.
very oral.
Oh,
That's a
did
weird
it sound like
tasting
squirrel?
note, but sure.
Yeah, I
Squirrel.
thought you said oral, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh, I thought it said squirrel.
No,
I thought you said
actually,
oral.
I would prefer squirrel. The squirrel's pretty delicious. No, it's
too.
very It's very flowery. It's very
man.
light, kind of bright. It's okay.
What,
I don't
what
hate
whiskey would you pair with squirrel?
it. Something
Shine.
meaty, like a Balcones.
Ugh. Oh, that's
I was
the
thinking
worst.
probably something right off the still, maybe.
Yeah, a little gamey.
Yeah.
That's fine.
little shine.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not big on shine. Like, to me, shine is just like, it's like what bourbon could be before it was, it's like, this should have been
Yeah,
bourbon.
I agree.
It's like, if you just would have taken the time to make this bourbon, it would be great. So like shine is just like the unfinished product to me. So
But you could just say, dinner and the shine both came from within 100 yards of the house. It's they're both from back in the woods.
there you go. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Squirrel
Yeah, I'm
fritters.
telling you, man. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you ever fry up some squirrel, man? It's pretty legit.
No, I think that the effort to clean it is not worth probably how much meat you get. Like, I just
So-
don't understand.
So Trish, I have a video you could watch. It's
No,
pretty.
I don't want to.
It's pretty intense. You basically just cut behind the tail, circle the the back part. We all know what it is, and then you just kind of strip it down like a sock.
Well, I don't even eat chicken wings, so I probably don't do. Like, I can't.
What? No chicken wings.
Wow.
Mhm.
What do you eat on Super Bowl Sunday if you don't eat chicken?
Not chicken wings.
Oh man.
You know what's better? Drumsticks. Do drumsticks buffalo style.
I like
Those
chicken
things-
thighs. I like thighs and I like breasts. That's it.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't even go there. As soon as I said it, I was like, why did I just say that?
And yes, exactly, Todd. It is great to see.
Hi, Todd.
And
I know,
yeah,
I
that's
haven't
probably the
been
quote of
around.
the night there, Trish.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I'm kind of with you, Trish. I think wings are kind of a waste of time. I'm a big
Yeah.
guy, so like wings, like kind of irritate me because I need 1,000 of them.
Right. It's not worth the effort to me. Like,
Well, I usually just do leg quarters, buffalo style, and that'll fill you up. Yeah.
I'll do the recipe for the buffalo chicken dip, and then I just get a big bag of Tostitos and
yeah, buffalo chicken dip is the best.
There you go.
Nah.
Mhm. Oh man. Leave it to me to just say it. Oh gosh.
Trish, how's the hubby doing?
He's doing good. He's fine. Oh man.
Hey, I
Uh,
gotta head on out, guys. I gotta make a phone call here, but Sean hit me up about whoever won the larceny. I'll send
Oh
it
yeah,
their way.
yeah, for sure, man.
Shoot me
Yeah.
a text and all that. But
have a good one, Shred.
yeah,
Yeah,
great
cheers,
talking
buddy.
to you guys.
it's nice
Hey,
to meet
Shred, we're
right.
gonna. I don't want to like put you on the spot. We're gonna see you tomorrow night, though.
I might. I'm not sure if I'm going out of town tomorrow night or not. But if I'm not,
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna try to jump on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, cheers, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
all right. Take care, guys.
Bye.
And for those that do not know, I feel like most of you guys know, but if you don't know, it's Slayer versus Sepultura. I always say it wrong, but Sepultura, whatever the thing is.
Some of us got a surprise thumbnail and spent half an hour sitting here Tuesday night.
What?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right.
It's like, wait a second, it's like 20 minutes in. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know.
So fun fact about that for anyone that is that was also here for that. So I made that thumbnail and put up the live while I was on Dusty Dan's stream, and I'd had some drinks before his stream, and then I had some drinks during his stream.
I don't even believe that.
And then I tried to make a live in the midst of all that while like there was a lot of people talking. I thought, oh, you know what? I can probably make this this thumbnail while I'm doing this. The thumbnail was successful, I feel like. Getting the time right, though, no, it's bad. Yeah, so sorry, guys. Sorry for putting it up on the wrong day, clearly. Although it actually would have worked if I had known that I did that, because 21090 wasn't going, so I actually probably could have went that night if I had known that I had, scheduled it wrong.
I think at one point you had like a dozen people sitting in there waiting.
Yeah, I did. And I even said that. I was like, man, we got a good crowd tonight. If only, I knew about my mistakes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, Todd.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have taken over the rock show for 21090 that night, but oh well. there was somebody who was waiting. Yeah, I appreciate you, everybody that was waiting patiently. You guys are the best, and I apologize again. My bad.
So how long did they wait? Like people.
So AZ texted me at 8:32. No, 9:32. I'm sorry. So a half hour, and he said, "Hey, you coming on?" I said, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Look at the stream." So I popped on YouTube. I was like, "Oh, right, okay, fantastic."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So in the future, guys, if you ever see it on a Tuesday night, probably not actually happening, or really any night that's not Friday or Saturday. So that's my bad. Dates are hard. Oh well. But yeah, so tomorrow night is when it's actually happening. Slayer versus Sepultura. And as Wood says, yeah, Sepultura is going to win. I feel like that's pretty strong chance of that happening. So great to see you again.
Yeah. I don't think I know any songs from, I'm not going to say it, Sepultura. Is that how you say it? Like
that's as close as I got,
okay.
Trish.
I don't think I know any songs. I probably do, but I don't really know,
Yeah, I mean they're fine. They're wow, that was just a bunch of mumbling there. They're clearly the better band to me. But I'm sure the opinions will be divided tomorrow night, so we'll see. Yeah, so it would have been smart for me to do that if I had the awareness to do that, but many pours in, so didn't really plan it at all. It just kind of happened that way. But with that being said, I'm sure Todd and Andy will be back live next Tuesday, and they do a fantastic show. So, hey, Todd, since you're here, can we get a sneak peek as to what's coming Tuesday? What do we got planned, man? If you don't mind letting us in, or are you doing like kind of the Patreon thing again, where or just people in chat get to kind of put up what they want to see, if that's what we're doing? I have to go check on a dog real quick.
I'm probably gonna head out. So, oh well, he's gone. Do you leave us? Oh, I was like, what the world?
I'm gonna head to bed here pretty quick. So,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then maybe we'll just close down. That way, you guys can.
Okay.
I guess I've been told that Scott is on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think Joe's on now too.
who?
I think Joe went too, didn't he?
Oh, Joe is on as well. Okay.
I saw
think
something. I thought he,
Joe's been on for a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
As you're about to close.
Yeah.
Well,
She's like, hold on a second. Let me say goodbye.
Well, we can do some.
I know how that
backstage
went.
stuff. Yeah, I just have to, yeah.
let the dog out.
Exactly. I have to go check on a dog. We do need a winner of Sepultura and Slayer battle with Suga. What? Okay. So are we doing a 3-way, Jack? Is that what you're saying? What's up with some? Yeah, Mastodon. We're definitely going to get to Woods. So we are blinding the entire Maryland Heritage Series. 5 whiskeys and music is to be announced. Okay. Cool, man. Looking forward to that. Sounds good. Todd. All right. So, folks, we're going to close down. Appreciate everybody hanging out, and congratulations to our winners tonight. So, Templar going home with Templar going home with a bottle and a sample, and then 21090 getting all the samples. So, congrats to you guys, and we will see you guys next Friday. And again, if you're in for the metal thing tomorrow night, Slayer versus Sepultura. And as Jacob said, we do need a winner. So tune in, vote along with us, rate the songs with us, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Sierra, for being my co-host tonight. And thank you, John and Trish, for popping in.
No problem at all.
And Shred being on earlier. You guys are all awesome. And also thank you all of our new Patreons, 2 of you being on screen. Thank you so much. You guys are great. And thank you to all you Patreons, and congrats to our winners again. And as Jacob said, cheers all. Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Cheers.